so
I remember
you're
there
gonna
was
have
like
to wait
4
a minute.
episodes dedicated to racing.
Nothing
Yeah.
is live
At
yet.
least 4. Yeah.
No, it's not live. It's
it-
2-1.
They really like
Alright.
Mario Kart.
And
In
it was at
15
least one of the more
seconds,
tamed
you
episodes, you
it
know?
should be live.
Hmm.
It was very focused, at least those episodes.
I don't
Yeah.
remember anything from that show.
Good.
I remember. I remember the Pokemon episodes.
Oh right.
What?
Yeah.
They made
Pokemon
2
ripoff.
Pokemon parodies.
Yeah.
I remember something about garlic breath.
I'm his dad. I gotta capture. I'm his dad.
Yep.
Oh no, I remember one episode where they tried making it
Is it
snow
live?
forever or something.
It should
It's
only be a
live.
black screen because I've not got the thing
Caesar,
open. and
king
just
of the
make sure
mole
everything's working.
people.
So, Harry, do a quick audio test for us.
Test something funny.
Okay, so I have to ask Harry, why can't you stream this from your thing? Why do you have to get Joey here for it?
Thing's busted.
Because-
His
because
graphics
I'm-
card is 300 years old.
Because I needed to buy a new graphics card so I can actually make the Elgato work.
I'm gonna assume everything's working fine. In about 15 seconds now, video should come up, and we can do the 3, 2, 1 go if everything's working.
Mm,
Do I actually have Left 4 Dead 2 on this?
yeah.
Do you see video?
Give it a bit.
I'm not watching, but
Yeah. I'm still playing. I'm playing Crash 2.
did you get past Cold Hard Crash yet?
Yeah, I did. I'm on Warp Room 5.
Apparently, my mum wants pizza to appear the second you order it.
Then
First one.
then go buy a frozen pizza from the store.
Exactly.
It's DiGiorno.
But then you don't get the Papa John's delivery experience of some
Papa
random
John's.
Asian guy coming up to your door, giving you pizza, staring at you awkwardly as you try and hold your keys and the pizza and the drinks and the dip, and then put it into your house without him breaking in and stealing all of your things.
So in this
Only
one
slightly racist.
Johnny Test episode, they did the whip crack sound 190 times.
Yeah.
I swear, man.
I think
like,
I think they did that deliberately because they knew what they were doing.
Probably.
I love the video. It's like
ironically,
episode.
ironically, if they have an episode with him using the whip, they use the whip sound effect the least amount of times.
You know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You know, that was also when the quality went to Flash.
Hmm.
The show was always on Flash.
No, the first
I
season.
switched in like the second season.
It
What?
was wait, was the first season Flash? It didn't look like Flash.
I think it was.
Go
Flash.
sue Papa John's for not having the food ready the second it's ordered.
It
Oh,
looks
wait.
noticeably
Yeah,
different.
Yeah, I feel like it was like probably hand drawn or something. Or it
So
felt
Harry,
more
everything's
fluid.
working, right? Yes.
More. It was.
Yeah,
it
the
was,
game's running and we sound fine.
Cool.
All I can basically describe it is
so we
like,
can
is
start
like the
this
Donkey
whenever
Kong
then.
Country cartoon. It was good. The quality was better in the first season, then it got worse.
Yeah.
Not worse because they cut the freaking cost.
The first season was fine, and then they just got worse from there.
Never, I'm probably the only person who does not consider the first season of Giant Test to be the best. Like,
Well, it was better than the seasons I watched anyway.
The first season had the good episodes. The later seasons had the stories.
Oh wait, is Ritual of the Night already out?
I just remember
on
Johnny
everything
Test.
but Switch. It's out.
I just remember the show being really meh.
All right, the next time I get my paycheck, I'm definitely getting it
It's
on
something I
PS4.
can just turn
Also-
on and turn my brain
also-
off, but it's not something I'll
Yeah.
actually try and hunt down.
It's already on
Also,
sale. on
Yeah.
Steam.
also Shovel Knight's in the game, because of course he is.
What?
Like,
Like
of course he
MLP,
is.
that
Yeah,
was
but-
worth me
Yeah.
hunting down when I was still interested in that. Gumball, that's worth me hunting down if I want something stupid. Samurai Jack, that's worth hunting down because it's actually worth watching.
I forgot
Gumball
that
is worth watching.
Gumball
You
aired.
guys ever watch season 5?
No, I
No,
Of Gumball or Johnny Test?
Samurai.
Neither. Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack. Yes, I've watched it since season
Yeah,
5.
It's yeah.
And yes to all of the above. No, I haven't actually. I need to properly sit down and watch Samurai Jack. I started watching it a while ago, but then it was like, I think I'm on like episode 17 or something. If not, I'll just watch on from there. I've definitely watched the first season.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on sale right now.
which is marked by
Also,
the
also I
troll
heard that
episode where
sound.
Aku tries to get the opinions of the people and tries to propaganda their asses into hating Samurai Jack.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
And he just gives up and leaves.
At this
Dragon Ball
point, I'm
Z-
just waiting for a discussion to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Name-
we're just going into nonsense territory. So
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is.
Well,
is
you want to
finished.
do the 3, 2, 1 go, and then you can cut the beginning and basically officially start it. Well, no,
well,
not
I just
officially,
upload these
but-
streams raw, so it doesn't really matter.
No,
So
my minor racism about Papa John's.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is
No.
$11.99 on
kidding.
Steam.
oh gosh. Anyways, so E3 discussion. So
E3 discussions. Does
yeah.
someone have the list that we usually do of like we go through every game of every
Well,
conference?
it-
and-
we're
It's
not
in
doing
the
every game this year. We're just going through the major things that happened at the conferences. Just discuss them in as much detail as we want or can.
I didn't.
and-
Right.
I didn't see the entire shows or.
So before we go into E3, let's just discuss some of the games and whatnot that got shown off a bit before E3. So you guys wanted to talk a bit about Mario Maker 2 since that got a direct.
Yeah, I
few weeks
keep getting
beforehand.
endless amounts of ads on YouTube for that game, and it's interesting, and it seems like it's worth my time to a degree. But I don't have the online thing because I'm a broke bitch.
Yeah, I'm wondering like what.
At
How
this
would work
point-
online?
At this point, it sounds like that Joey's gonna have to rely on somebody joining his Switch family, or him joining a Switch family.
Mm.
No,
You
I've
know,
got
like
a Nintendo
like
Switch. I
I am.
just don't have the internet.
No, that's what I mean.
Oh,
The
that's a
Switch-
thing.
the Switch family plan. That how you can set like is it 8 accounts to one into one.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, I need to turn down the audio a bit.
I'm part of Landy's Switch family, so
Oh, nice.
so
Like,
she's paying for me and whoever is part of her family.
Like, what do you guys think of Mario Maker 2, though?
I didn't see the let's see.
Oh, I saw the invitational.
I didn't watch that actually.
It sounds hilarious. The invitational.
It was fun.
Yeah, I didn't watch any
it
of
was-
the invitationals.
It was interesting to watch.
They did that for Mario Maker 1, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I
I watched
watched-
that one.
If I remember, I know like the finals was between like the completionist and Abdallah and Abdallah.
Hmm.
I only heard about the
Abdallah-
completionist. I don't know who the
Abdallah-
other one was.
What was it? Oh, I think I've heard of him. He's the guy who kind of looks like an adult Josh Jetson.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Mario Maker 2
I'll-
looks.
And honestly, all I'm saying is I hope that the levels in the invitational are actually playable in the game because I
That
want
would
to.
be nice. I think they. Yeah.
They might have
that
been
in the
campaign
first one.
levels.
Oh
Because
boy,
remember,
I
the game's
can't
gonna
wait
have
for
a campaign.
I can't wait for slopes.
Yeah.
Oh my
right.
god, slopes!
That's the reason why everybody's getting that game.
It's gonna make automatic levels all that much more automatic.
So
Yeah.
who here has actually played the first game?
I have.
Played a little bit.
very little bit.
Okay.
I have. I've had more fun playing through other levels other people have made rather than like making some myself because I'm not.
I feel
That's
like
fair.
I
That's-
feel like the level maker in the first game was just a little bit too limited for my liking.
I wish
can
you could
understand that,
upload
yeah.
full campaigns, so like you could make level 1, 2, 3, and then it would actually be level. It would go uncut.
Yeah,
instead
people
of going
didn't
one
like
level,
asking
then
for
the
stuff
next
like
level.
that.
It's like-
Yeah,
I guess that's
like-
what story mode is for.
Well, I mean, like
Well,
people
no,
want
because that's only going to be the set
specifically-
story from Nintendo specifically. It's only
Yeah,
going to be their
people
stuff.
want like people want to make like their own levels or like worlds because I've heard this idea of like I don't know making like a playlist or something where you just put a bunch of levels in a playlist and people just had to play them in order and it would be even cooler if you could make your own world map to accompany it, but I don't know. Just
That'd be
having
really
the-
good, but that's probably going to
Yeah.
be saved for Mario Maker 3, so they can at least make a trilogy. It's all
But yeah,
about
as
money.
someone who's played the first game pretty extensively, Mario Maker 2 it basically makes the first game look like a baby in comparison. Like, there's so much new stuff in this, and
What the first game should have been.
I mean,
that
yeah.
Playing was perfectly competent. I mean, we're
I don't actually understand why there's so many features that weren't in the game that are actually in free Mario Maker things for the PC.
I.
Mm.
Mm.
Because Nintendo is stupid sometimes.
I can hear Night Fight, by the way, Xavier.
Yeah, I'm playing crap.
I mean, that's also the case, and also stuff like that is they only focus on one game most of the time. Because I've generally just seen like Mario World hacks.
Yeah. And like this is just
So-
gonna make and I don't know, one thing that I now just realized, because now that now that you can add win conditions to certain levels, this is gonna make for so many more creative Kaizo levels.
God
yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, because I can see it now. The Kaizo levels are gonna be crazy.
Oh, one thing
Motherfuckers are evil.
One thing I really like that they did is like actually have like level categories, like speedrun levels. Just I forget what the actual categories are, but like it's nice to have that because in the original you were kind of just like kind of just digging through a bunch of crap, and it was really hard to find the right levels you were looking for. So it's
And then if
really
you're
nice
doing
that they did
99
that.
Mario mode on Expert, all you'd find was fucking impossible levels. It was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not that they were actually impossible, because there was usually cheats in them or something. There was some way of doing it.
They
Yeah,
weren't
like
impossible, they're just bullshit.
it's like those levels where it's like these stupid precise jumps and stuff, and you just had to find a hidden block to a door at the start of the level.
Yes, I remember that one. That was the
That's
most
what you
infamous
call
one. It
digging
was
for
one of the
time.
first famous ones. So
I played one of the levels like that. It was really dumb.
I think it was
It's like you're
the
literally not.
level like
It's
that.
like you're literally not gonna figure this out unless you made the level.
Yeah. Yeah. The only like complaint I've heard people say about Mario Maker 2 is that the creation aspect isn't quite as intuitive anymore because you don't have like the gamepad and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit worried about that.
Well, plus the online
Oh, that's a
multiplayer
tank.
thing isn't gonna be in the future update.
I've
I
heard about
think.
that. Yeah, yeah. That's.
Yeah,
I think that's what they
yeah.
said. Yeah. But I'm
Yeah,
looking
but it
forward
looks
to
like what the
yeah.
first game should have been, if you ask me.
Hmm,
The good, the bad.
And the
Yeah.
ugly.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. It's only in a couple of like a
Mhm.
what, like a week maybe.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
week.
it comes out next week.
Right.
Yeah, that's because like and unfortunately that's when I get my next paycheck, so I'm gonna get it day one.
Hmm. I'm going digital, so
I usually go physical. I'm gonna see if like I'm not sure if you can, if it's possible to like get the 12 the like the to renew your subscription if it's to renew your online subscription if it's physical.
hmm.
Because if it is, because if it is, I'll probably go for that. Because I'll probably go for that. But other than that, I'm just gonna like buy. I'm just gonna like buy it physically because I always prefer physical copies.
Yeah.
But like because getting the bundle, you're just only like you're only just it's only like $10. It's only like it's like $10 extra. So you're basically just like paying. You're only paying like a little bit for the for the 12-month subscription, which by itself is $25 Canadian.
Hmm. Okay.
Or regional equivalent.
Well, I know like the easiest comparison is it's like I know that the full price game it's like $60 US, but it's $80 Canadian, and that's before taxes.
Lord.
Canadian taxes are crazy.
Yeah,
You get healthcare.
yeah, we got free healthcare, but like tax is basically like 13% of what the standard price is.
Hmm.
Jesus.
Taxes? What are those? Oh, you mean those things that were already included into every product ever in the UK, so no one gives a shit?
Yoshi don't care about that.
Ah.
Because we don't I don't think we actually have a gaming tax specifically in the UK. We do have retail tax though, which is like negligible because everything ends up as like whatever pounds and 99p anyway.
Yeah.
Or if it's on sale, it's 98p.
Oh man.
Ooh, that penny though.
I was going to jokingly say all that P.
Instead of 100 purchases, I only have to make 99 before I make my pound back and get a freaking can of energy drink.
What was there, a Steam sale going on?
Steam sales
Dumb joke,
specifically? No,
ignore.
there's no Steam sales now.
Dumb joke, ignore.
Oh, you were going off what I was saying. It was like, no, there's no Steam sales on. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I have special infected textures, and I forgot.
So, I got anything else to say about Mario Maker 2?
You make
I mean,
games
like,
of
I
Mario.
I do. I also like the nighttime. I like the night mode setting.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is nice.
Cause
But again, it's
person-
basic
puzzle
shit
level.
that should have been in the first game.
Yeah.
It's gonna make people think, why did I bother with the first game?
To be
Because
fair,
it's
a lot of people probably didn't even play the first game because a lot of Wii U.
Well, yeah, the Wii U, but all the people who did have the Wii U, like everyone who's into Nintendo, and me for some reason.
I love the 3DS
Okay,
version.
I had it because of Smash. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's why I've got my. Well, actually, no, I've got my current Nintendo console because of Zelda.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the first game was still fine, though.
Yeah, it was still fun to play.
Like you guys are making it look like it was complete bare bones. It wasn't.
No, that was a lot to Mario Maker 1. It's just that, it's like the sequel just, like, adds, like... It's pretty much, like, it just doubles the amount of stuff you can do, which I think is just what a sequel should do in the first place.
It
it
does, but at the
was-
same time, I'm still adamant on the point that it should have been there already.
AD was laying the foundation. We kind of have to. That if it's the first entry, it can be given some leeway. That's what I personally think.
Hmm.
Nintendo in circa 2015 wasn't perhaps in their best state anyway, so I'm going to give them a pass on that one.
Yeah,
Nintendo in 2015 was horrible. Jesus.
Yeah, like, the fact
Oh,
that
are we
had,
talking
like-
about
It was
video game
bad.
dates?
Yeah,
Because if so, I'd like to throw 2013 into the ring. No, not 2013, 2003
Twenty-
into the ring.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 2013 is, like,
Meh.
what even happened that year?
Nothing, because everything came out in 2012.
2015
year, I think you're
but, like,
confused.
Counter-Strike
Well, like,
Global Offensive was
2015
2012, Halo Reach, Call of Duty Black Ops, the first one.
Halo Reach was 2010.
Oh, wait, what?
Alright, can we go back on topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am happy that the Mario Maker 2 does have a story mode now, though, because it's
Yeah.
a nice, like if you don't wanna, like, go right into, like, custom made stages, it's a good idea for people to just actually get a relatively complete, like, actual Mario game experience from this too.
Yeah.
If you
Um,
want that.
And also, like, at the time of this recording, Game Explain uploaded the opening cutscene for Story Mode that explains exactly what happened to Peach's castle.
Who's playing Crash Team Racing?
That's not even out yet. I'm playing Crash 2.
I'm playing Chris the Necrodancer, not Kane.
I left the I left the jetpack levels for last because I love mainly because I love
Wait,
the
actually,
music.
doesn't it come out either tomorrow or on Friday?
It comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
We will get to CTR in time. Don't worry, I have a lot to say about it.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Nitro Fueled later because I got my sights set on getting Mario Maker 2.
I mean, I've got the
Yeah.
original on my brother's PlayStation.
I'm just the last thing I really have to say about Mario Maker 2 is just I'm just excited to see what the community comes up with, because there were a lot of creative things in the first game, and considering, like, how many new options we have, it's gonna be exciting to see what people do with this one.
Yeah.
At the same time, buyer beware.
I mean, yeah, but
Mario
there any
Maker
game
DLC, the Mario Galaxy DLC. That'd be fucking ludicrous.
there's a chance a new game mode will be in DLC, because there's, like, for the extra modes that where 3D World is, there's, like, a
There's an
There's an
empty.
in- yeah, there's an inconspicuous gap. So,
I hope we get Mario 2.
or Mario 2, or like Mario Land.
Yeah, Mario. Yeah, Mario Land. That would also be nice too.
Yeah.
Mario Land seems easier to. I'd like to see all. I'd like to see all the 2D Mario aesthetics.
It would be cool if they try making another 3D Mario game into 2D, but I understand if they won't because 3D World is probably the easiest one to do it for.
Yeah.
Bowser 2 at least had the side-scrolling segments that could just work easily. Just do some gravity mechanics, and you might.
Yeah, Galaxy could potentially work, I guess. It would just.
Yeah.
It's like just the things inside Galaxy itself would. I don't know. It would be. I feel like that it would be more difficult to translate.
If you did it as 3 worlds in each galaxy map, that'd be interesting.
Hmm.
Or even still just do a tight build limit. I'm not even sure actually.
64 Sunshine would be hilarious too.
Ooh,
though.
Mario 64 would be fun to see.
Just have
That'd be more like
a
Halo Forge mode though, wouldn't it?
I guess.
Never played Halo Forge mode.
Well, no,
Really
no,
fucking
because
good until Halo 5.
yeah,
It's like,
well,
I get that
by
everyone
Forge,
who made the thing, everyone who likes Halo 5 Forge says it's amazing, but it's just not user friendly.
yeah, I'd agree with that. But I feel like if they actually went into proper 3D Mario territory, they'd say that for the third game, where they basically have all the 2D stuff figured out with the second game, and they don't really have anything else to do with it. So I don't know. I feel like that would be like a massive leap, though.
Shark jumping, if you will.
Yeah, it'd be funny just
Not
seeing
necessarily.
backwards long jumps everywhere. Oh no, we'll see though.
It'd be funny if they put the backwards long jump glitch in for Mario 64 mode, and people found ways to for you to use that to get through levels.
Yeah,
Good luck if you don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
you just kind of mash the button.
Like I
Yeah.
said, good luck if you don't know how to do that, regardless.
Although I feel like if they did do a 3D Mario Maker game, it would have to be its own thing. It could.
Yeah, that's what I'm
couldn't
thinking.
be DLC. It wouldn't work. The engine's not built for it.
That's why I think it would be like a Mario Maker 3 or something. But,
Mario Maker 3D World.
Yeah, I 3D World is like the start, I think. So, yeah, that's basically what I have to say about it.
I just beat a hunter to death with a freaking can of fuel. But okay, moving on. Unless my game has just crashed. Oh no, it's lost connection to the server. It was so awesome the server couldn't handle it.
So you guys, there are a few other things that happened before E3. So,
That was
you
a long
guys-
time on Mario Maker 2, by the way.
yeah, I mean we'll do this in parts if we have to, but do we have? So you guys are pretty big SpongeBob fans. So do you want to like?
Oh, baby, here we
you-
go.
Yeah, you guys just want to like take the helm for this.
Oh,
Aw.
Bikini
Yeah.
Bottom remastered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Pokemon Company did a Pokemon Sword and Shield direct, but who the fuck cares? Because we're getting Battle for Bikini Bottom dehydrated, baby.
Okay,
Uh,
so my thoughts on this are pretty short. I'm happy it's being remade. Screw THQ Nordic, and thank you. I cede the floor to someone else.
All right, well,
Hmm.
I guess I'll start because I have the most to say. I actually recently replayed Battle for Bikini Bottom this week because I have been meaning to play it for a long time because I hadn't played it for over 10 years, and I was thinking, well, maybe my I guess fondness for it was nostalgic. So then when the remaster got announced, I was like, okay, now I have to play it. So then I played it, and I can confirm that it's not nostalgia. It's a pretty good game in its own right. And given the details we have about the remaster, mainly giving cut content a chance, like they explicitly mentioned the robot Squidward boss fight that was supposed to be in the game.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking forward to it because it looks. It sounds really interesting. The only thing I would want changed is to make that kelp forest easier to see in, because that level is hard to see in. It's so dark. Rock
Yeah, it's
bottom's in
very
the game.
dense.
Rock bottom's in the game, and that's
And then
not
it
even.
ends up just being a SpongeBob Call of Duty retexture.
Tuh.
Well, yeah, rock bottom is in the game. And that's not even dark compared to the kelp forest. I don't know why.
The show, like even in the show, Kelp Force wasn't that dark. It was,
Well, there was also
No.
daytime.
but it wasn't that dark.
It was daytime. This is nighttime, but even then, it's still too dark.
Daytime.
Make a wish, honey.
Make a wish, honey.
Oh, hail the magic conch!
God.
Well,
I
Alright,
like to point
so-
out that I do not have the same history of SpongeBob as you guys.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
I have nothing to say about this.
I haven't really played Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's a game that's been on my list. That's been on my bucket list. So now that I know that the game's getting remade, I now have a reasonable excuse to play it when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm
That's
probably gonna
good.
pick.
I
I'm
like
probably.
it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up because I like 3D platformers. But yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of SpongeBob myself.
Can
I'm
send you
honestly-
a
I'm
used
actually
copy,
gonna
Harry.
I'm actually gonna look up how much a used copy would cost.
I bought mine on eBay for $25.
I had it when it was
No.
Yeah, so I pretty much said everything. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope they make the game even better because it's one of the best licensed games ever made, in my opinion.
Oh wow, it's almost
Okay.
$60.
That's good.
The GameCube version is almost $60. That's insane.
Gosh.
I own the GameCube version.
Man.
This is when I
I mean,
find
That
I'd
the
buy
extra
it, but I don't think I'd buy it for like $60.
I'd say
Sorry,
that
Joe, we couldn't
game-
hear you.
This is when I find it in CEX for like 20 quid.
I'd say that game was,
Actually, honestly, I say I won't buy it for $60, and yet I bought Kirby Air Ride for $80
Birds!
because bias. I got that Kirby bias.
To be fair, I spent like 50p getting Sonic 06, so...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Actually, no, it was like £10.
Yeah,
Because
that sounds-
YouTubers made it expensive.
That was around the same amount I had to pay, so. But yeah, are we done with SpongeBob?
Yeah, I think so.
Sponge.
I mean, like they also,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, THQ also announced that Destroy All Humans is getting a remake, but I
Yeah.
don't think. it's really-
Nice segue, because that's the next thing I was gonna bring up.
Oh
so-
yes, Destroy All Humans 1. It's basically Destroy All Humans 1 for PS4.
Yeah, I'm excited because I honestly never expected this series to show up again. I honestly thought it was dead. So it's nice to see it come back.
If only Pandemic came with it.
Oh god, yeah. But
Pandemic made a lot of good games.
yeah, they made the old Star Wars Battlefronts. But no,
I've
I'm
never
excited to play this
played-
because. Huh?
What were we gonna say, Harry?
I was gonna say, like, I never actually played the original Destroy Humans, and I'm assuming this is a remake of that one, so I'm looking
probably
forward to
is.
playing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing this, and like, because the most I've played of Destroy Humans is probably 2, and I remember like just screwing around in like the Harbarian, just killing everyone, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's good to see it back. Besides that, it was literally just like a CG cutscene of Crypto just making everyone dance and killing everyone. So
To German metal.
yeah,
It was amazing.
so we don't actually have any gameplay yet. So
No, we
no-
don't. And I mean, like the same could be said. The same could gotta be said for Battle for Bikini Bottom, but we at least get some screenshots.
Yeah, man, the game looks rough, like, because it's like 17 years later, of course it looks better than the original. 'Cause bottom,
Yeah.
but that game's visual style was kind of rough back then.
I don't
They
know,
could
Age
honestly-
of Empires 2 remastered again in the same decade.
Oh yeah, I'll have some.
We'll
some-
get to that, but
I have some.
that doesn't look too
not
much better than the last remaster, and even that didn't look much better than the original.
I don't really have good things to say about the Age of Empires 2 thing, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And it's not because of the game
yeah.
itself. I'll just say that now.
I have no real affinity for Destroy All Humans, but I did always remember seeing covers of the games like as basically when I was younger back in the 2000s. It's
I mean, I still own a working copy of Destroy Humans 2 for PS2, so
Mm.
that game's
it's nice to
amazing.
see that kind of, I guess you call it mid-tier of games kind of come back in this era because they've been
Yeah, I think it's about time that we had some nostalgia come back for like the PS2, like this kind of era for gaming, because it's for the longest time it's been like retro 8-bit, 16-bit stuff.
Yeah.
we're old. As
But
it
yeah.
says he's only 22, but
And the last game that got shown off before E3 was the 2D ukulele, or the Tropical Freeze
Yeah,
ukulele.
Ukulele Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
okay, that one works. That's a good nickname.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like interesting how they just went for a completely different kind of game style now.
Dimension.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping we actually get a proper ukulele sequel where they like learn from their mistakes, but hopefully this will be like a good in-between game because I like 2D platformers. If it's anything like Tropical Freeze, then it'll be a good time.
Yeah. I've only really seen a bit of like gameplay of it in the Treehouse stream, but like they mentioned that like you can actually like Breath of the Wild, you can actually go to the final area straight away. But good luck if you know. But good luck if you know what you do.
Nice. I'm just interested in how the game will play though, because it like physics and just move wise it looked identical to ukulele, and I'm worried in how well that's going to translate because like 3D 3D controls don't exactly work the same way as 2D ones.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can manage to make that work or like adjust it a bit so it actually works well. But yeah, well, hopefully it's good because the ukulele was just really. I enjoyed it, but it was very average.
I was horribly disappointed in Ukulele. Like, horribly disappointed. I didn't like that game very much. So it's kind of funny seeing it go in 2D.
Mm. Yeah,
They'd probably do better in 2D. Should have started in 2D.
I don't necessarily.
Banjo Tree. They had to give them Banjo Tree. They.
I don't necessarily think it should have started in 2D, but this is definitely an interesting direction.
If they did two 2D games and then did a 3D game on a new engine, and then if that didn't work, went back to 2D, you know, like every other platformer ever.
Mm. Well, ukulele suffered from a lot, but I think that's a discussion for another time. That's basically what I've got for these games. So we're gonna move on to actual E3 now.
Yes. Which conference first?
Okay, so well, I literally have
Didn't
one.
have a conference.
Yeah, I was gonna say because EA, they had.
Is there anything worth saying?
They had their own direct kind of thing, didn't they?
Yeah, they had like not necessarily
Live streams.
They had
They
like
had a press conference where they pushed DLC for 3 hours.
Pretty much.
basically. The only
And
thing
what
I
they
have to say about EA is that Star Wars game, like Star Wars Fallen Order or something, actually looks okay.
I heard it was
this-
like a behind closed doors kind of thing for Jedi Fallen. Was it Fallen Order?
I think so.
Jedi
Yeah.
Fallen Order looks to
And
me
it was
like
horribly-
a
it was horribly
W to
disorganized.
action game.
I have almost nothing to add for EA, to be honest.
Well, that's what I was saying.
All
Like
I'm saying
Fallen.
is, let's hope Fallen Order is good.
Yeah.
This is what
because-
happens when you get a bunch of Nintendo fans to discuss EA.
Yeah, like the only Fallen Order is the only game I have anything to say about. From what I understand, everything else is pretty negligible at most. So yeah, I hope it's good because I've been wanting a good Jedi game for years. And the fact that it's like it takes place after the events of Order 66 is interesting. Just
That's yet another thing we could put in that arrow.
true, but
It's a very big gap.
I like the idea of like just this random Jedi just trying to survive. So I don't know. We'll see.
It has me interested, but I'll wait to see. I'll wait to see how the game fares in reviews.
I'll get
Yeah,
it when
there's
it's free
also-
on Game Pass.
That too. There's also the fact that you never know when EA is gonna do something stupid about it. But
Not to derail this too much, but an Obi-Wan game, a new one.
that'd be cool. Yeah, see. Yeah, that's literally all I have to say about EA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they're usually the worst. They're usually the worst ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good that they didn't have an actual conference, so it can don't need to
I will
worry
say
about
that
it
was
too
probably
much.
their smarter move this year.
Yeah, God help if you like watched the whole like they basically what they did is basically like a treehouse thing, and like God help you if you
They
stuck through that whole
Did
thing.
not do a
All in the
treehouse
lead, if
thing.
anything.
They did a. And here we have these people trying to sell you this bullshit that you don't give a fuck about.
Yeah. Also new Madden game that no one cares about.
Seriously, it was.
All right.
If I had to describe it in any other terms other than it was EA executives selling you shit you don't care about, imagine a politician trying to sell you Pac-Man as if it was Call of Duty.
Ooh.
I can make a joke about
Nice.
that somewhere, but give me some time. Trying to sell you. Wait, that
They're
is
gonna
a
make a
very
Persona
interesting
5 game if
analogy.
they want.
So yeah, Mike,
Do it.
you guys want to just go into Microsoft now then?
Yeah. Let's just go on.
I
to the-
saw a good portion of the Microsoft conference, but I didn't see the whole thing.
Mm.
Yeah,
I did
I
see
saw,
the whole
I saw a
thing.
good portion of it.
So I was
I watched the
that-
whole thing, and
I didn't because like I didn't see the Keanu Reeves portion of it.
oh that was
I did.
oh that was brilliant.
That was
I took
amazing.
the elephant out of the room.
Mm.
Elephant intensifies.
I think it came in just when the Battletoads thing was coming out.
I
Yeah, I
like
mean, like
Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Battletoads
Did
was
somebody say
pretty fun.
Battletoads for Nintendo
I
Wii
can't wait to
Mudkips
call my
edition?
GameStop. Hey GameStop, do you have Battletoads?
Yes.
So, hey, do
I
you have
want everyone
Battletoads
here-
Mudkips edition?
I want everyone here to do that.
Go
When
to
the
their
game
game
comes
store and
out.
just be like,
Yeah, I'll just call up my local game and be like, hey, yes, I would like to pre-order Battletoads for the Nintendo Switch.
Might
Yeah,
accidentally
update.
leak a Switch version if they know that one exists.
You got
Yes,
update
the
for
Mudkips
times.
9000 over 9000 edition.
Gosh. So what would you since we're on this, what do you guys think of Battletoads?
That looks
Like
pretty
the
good.
animation.
I've beaten Battletoads on Rare Replay, being incredibly liberal with
Congratulations.
the ability to reverse time.
since I never got to do that DLC in Shovel Knight, this will be the closest I'm gonna get.
Yeah, the new
Why
art
not?
style is gonna be a little bit to get used to, but I think it
I've-
fits. for
Isn't
what
it more of a
it's
brawler
worth.
now?
I mean, it was always a brawler.
That's always kind of what it was, really.
It was not it was not brawler. It was more of its own thing, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it was brawler-esque, but it wasn't strictly a brawler.
Well, from what I can gather from the little gameplay we saw, it looked like it was in the same kind of direction as like the original was. Like 3D,
Ah, shit.
like Turbo Tunnel or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Turbo Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yes, except it's not looking on a side scroller. It's coming at you, so you can actually, react.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean by 3D. So.
Oh my. If this succeeds, do we get another Double Dragon crossover? Because I'd be interested in that.
Well, I mean, there already was like a Oh, wait, are you talking about like that getting a remake? Because there was already a Double Dragon and Battletoads crossover.
I'm saying, can we get another one if the Battletoads
Okay.
revival does well?
Okay. Yes, please. Get Arc System works on that. And like speaking of which, if to go off topic for a bit, I know WayForward mentioned that they were collaborating with Arc System Works to make a game called River City Girls.
Crash Bandicoot intensifies.
Yes, I'm playing Crash 3 in the background.
Oh, you already finished Crash 2 now?
Yeah, I'm on Crash 3.
Okay. But
No one's come to tell me if the pizza's arrived yet. And I'm thinking, I'm getting kinda hungry here. But there's also tanks and jockeys and smokers everywhere, so
yeah. What would you?
Somehow I was able to listen to this whole conversation while playing
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. What games stood out to you guys for Microsoft? We don't necessarily have to cover everything.
Well, there was always Cyberpunk
Oh,
7077.
Whoa, okay, one at a time.
Lego car.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy, Lego car.
Lego Forza.
Yeah, boy, Lego Racers 3 looks great.
You know,
Yeah, right.
Also the one time that we can accept them bringing in a car this year.
Pretty much.
They're made out of Legos.
Yeah.
Yes. So like when I was watching Microsoft, Scrappy was just messaging me in DMs, and it's just when I showed up, it's just like Lego Racers 3 looks great. Oh god, I'm actually
Yeah,
get
of course, that's now Lego Racers 3, bitch.
I might actually
Speaking of
get,
This can't.
I might actually get that Forza game just because of Lego.
Tangential. I guess since it's Lego related, it's not an Xbox exclusive, but since it was shown at the conference, I'm looking forward to Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh yeah,
Skywalker
we're gonna.
Saga, I can't talk.
Game.
If we're gonna go into that, yeah, that honestly, from what I've heard, the things in that game, it's probably just gonna be the best Lego game period. Let alone, like,
Yeah. Because Lego Star Wars was a fun time I had with my cousins.
yeah.
Well, to be able
The
to
first Lego Star Wars is so anemic now compared to the Lego games. Like, if you look at it now, it's like, holy shit, this game's tiny. It's actually
right.
I kind of miss the
kinda
tinier
refreshing.
feel.
It's kind of refreshing because all the Lego games are huge and take millions of years to finish.
Mm.
I kind of enjoyed the smaller scope. It just helped.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're gonna get that here.
No, yeah, we're not gonna get that here because like it's
Nostalgia. Let's go.
because like I literally watched a video like right before this, and there's like an open world with like 20 planets that have like all these different set pieces you can explore. Like you can literally like go to Tatooine, go to Luke's house, go to Obi-Wan's house.
Oh wait, it's every
uh,
what does the collection? Sorry, but it's supposed to be every Lego game so far plus like the new ones.
Yeah.
It kind of.
They're retooling all the levels, so it's gonna be
Well, it's like what's the new movie called again?
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Skywalker, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be adding that too, aren't they?
Yeah, that's
every episode movie.
Yeah, but yeah, episodes 1 to 9.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
But
yeah,
it's
it's gonna
obviously
be crazy.
not going to
huge.
release until episode 9 has been released.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I
it's
remember back in the day, the Revenge of the Sith game came out before the movie, and everyone was like, "Quick, get the game! You have to know what happens at the end of the movie."
I
Even
think
though
it is.
you already know what happened.
I think
That's
Lego.
amazing.
I think Travis Hill did the same thing with the Incredible game.
Yeah, Incredible. Yeah, I mean, like the Lego Incredibles came out around the same time as as Incredibles 2.
I think a couple days before.
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't help that I mean, since I have Lego Incredibles, you start with the second movie rather than the first.
What?
So if you
Yeah.
haven't,
Wait,
yeah.
what? Huh?
yeah, it starts you off on the second movie first, and then you play the first
Why?
and second. I don't know.
It's like,
Because they're idiots.
like screw, like,
Idiots! All
like,
of you!
if you haven't watched the movie,
Continuity isn't a thing.
Yeah, if you
Like,
haven't
if you-
watched Incredibles 2, then this is pretty much spoilers.
like screw those guys. Apparently, Oh,
Incredibles
God.
2 was disappointing.
It was alright.
I haven't watched it yet, so
Luckily, I was with the Incredibles 1 video game, so I didn't get to see this.
Incredibles 1 was fucking amazing. The Incredibles 1 game was fucking awful.
I'd say the first half is good. The second half is
The second
second
half
half
is we ran out of money, so we're just gonna give you another dash level.
no, it's
No,
not. It's not. That's not really my.
That's not where it
Violet.
started. The Violet levels when the game goes to hell.
That's not even. That's not even. It's not even that. Like when you get to No Manison Island, like the game just kind of loses all sense of interest because it's just the same kind of things over and over.
Plus, the levels go on forever.
The levels go on forever. They aren't interesting anymore. You keep seeing the same stuff. Enemies just keep showing up.
BRB, I'm gonna
It's
go see
more-
if there's food.
Okay. But yeah, yeah.
Enjoy looking at a static screen, everybody.
But yeah. The funny thing with the Lego Star Wars game, this reveal kind of trolled me and Scrappy quite a bit because we had the plan to do a co-op LP of Complete Saga, and this completely threw a wrench in it. It's just like, well, screw you
Oh, no,
guys.
that game's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, just screw you guys. Like, just do have this instead. Like, there's no
Plus, the LP
confirmation.
has been completely fucking cancelled.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
see you next year.
there's no confirmation of online co-op yet. Hopefully they actually do that, but we'll see. That's the only thing I'm
I'm back.
hoping for at the moment. Because the game itself, like, again, looks like it's gonna just be the best Lego game period.
Yeah.
Let alone best Star Wars game, honestly. Because like the idea of like exploring 20 Star Wars worlds, like they're like all open and all these cool little set pieces you can like look around in, just sounds really fun.
Yeah.
So
But-
apparently the pizza's been
yeah.
here for ages, and no one and they called for me once. And I thought, oh, it's his loss. Anyway, Lego
No,
Star
that
Wars.
was well. That's basically what I had to say about it. That was my highlight of Microsoft.
Yeah, same.
Do you want to take the helm for Cyberpunk 2077, Joey?
They showed a story trailer, which was entirely footage. It wasn't in engine.
Hmm.
If you know about the actual lore from the tabletop, you know that there's actually a lot more to unpack there than you would ever imagine. Anyone who doesn't know about the lore from the tabletop, I recommend watching videos and breakdowns of the trailer, because it's more interesting than any other trailer breakdown.
So, just quick question. This is the first time we're seeing this game, right?
No.
Oh.
Cyberpunk 2077 had a massive thing a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
There's a full there's a full hour or so of gameplay on the CDPR channel, YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
What else is Project Red done again?
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Oh,
AKA the most over-circled jerk game of all time.
most what?
You know, there's competition for that.
Yeah, people like to treat The Witcher 3 like it's the greatest game of all time.
I don't know. Dark Souls
You mean
gets
it's
a
not
similar level
Skyrim?
of love.
I've only really heard about
Skyrim's a meme.
Witcher. I've only heard about Witcher 3 specifically.
That's what I mean.
Hmm.
That's because that was a damn good game. No one heard of The Witcher until The Witcher made all the effort that it did.
Hmm. What else did Microsoft do then?
Flight Simulator, nothing
Oh,
to say.
That actually looks
What?
good. I've been wondering when they're going to do a new flight simulator.
Simulator
Minecraft,
looks
that
good.
Minecraft dungeon crawler.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
looks pretty
Minecraft
good still.
action RPG.
It just looks like budget Diablo.
Didn't they show off a little bit of like the Dragon Quest game?
That
And
was
Microsoft?
Square. That
That
was
was
Square.
No, isn't Dragon Quest also on Xbox?
Dragon Quest Builders.
Was
Did
that
they
the
show
one-
that off?
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
remember
Builders
seeing
too.
that.
I don't.
I don't think
Oh, yeah.
showed that off Microsoft.
It wasn't Microsoft though. It was
that was Square. wasn't it?
Square.
Hmm.
I didn't.
One
watch
thing
Mar-
I will, one thing I will say that's kind of annoying about Microsoft recently, like conferences wise, is the fact that like every year they go like, "Oh, look at all these like games we're gonna show you this year," and it's just a bunch of stuff we've seen before.
It's
It's
just
like,
they don't actually show anything.
I think the
eh,
best.
yeah,
thing-
it's
I
like,
think
come
one
on,
of the best
guys.
things they've done was like the day one like price for the Ultimate Pass or whatever it was called.
The Game
Also-
Pass
See, that's
thing.
actually really good value for money.
Also,
Well, it was,
take
it
a
was only day one though.
take a shot every time you hear world premiere.
Xbox
I think
One.
you take
and
like
Windows
6.
10
I think you take
exclusive.
like 6
You hear about
shots.
as much as you hear Darkness in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, right.
Oh, take a shot every time you hear darkness in the Kingdom Hearts series. You just what you do is you open up the bottle and you open up a second one. You open up a third one. You get a big rubber
And
band.
then you die.
And you put it around the 3 bottles that don't have the caps on. You tilt your head backwards. You just pour it
Your ass
down.
will die.
To be fair, that's how I feel every time Kingdom Hearts comes up in anything, but whatever.
What, just pouring excessive amounts of alcohol down your throat?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Why?
The
I'm like, oh
perspective of a
boy, here comes
non-gaming
enough
fan.
discussion that I have no context for.
Actually, we didn't do one of these conversations last year, did we?
What, E3?
E3 rundown? We did.
Yeah, we didn't. Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
I
Yes,
think
we
it's
did.
one
Maddie
round.
came in randomly and complained about Fire Emblem for 5 minutes.
I don't remember.
Cool.
I don't remember anything we said last time because like last time we literally talked about every game and I kind of just zoned out for.
We're rushing to get to Smash Brothers. I know it.
We're more
Oh, we
eager to
don't.
get
How
to
much
Square.
can you
we're
really
more eager
talk
to
about
Square
Smash
Nintendo.
Bros? There's only one DLC.
Yeah, like the only 2 conferences I have
I
a
meant
lot
last
to say about
year.
were Square and Nintendo.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Microsoft.
I mean, I thought
Um,
their I think Microsoft conference was fine. Was fine.
Yeah. It was
Like,
probably like from what
It was
was
from
okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It was.
I haven't
I like the
actually
fact.
watched Nintendo yet. I meant to do it today, but I didn't have time.
Well,
I
we'll be
like-
talking about it, so you'll get
Yeah.
you'll get the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, like
Still watch the
I
whole
like
thing though.
I like the fact that Microsoft like just mostly went into the game stuff. They didn't go too much into the nonsense. My only like real like prediction was that a random car was gonna show up and we got a Lego
like
car, so I got that right.
Oh no, I
Well,
just made a
it's
bunch of
better.
They did a different
ridiculously
car.
crazy conspiracy theory guesses of what's going to be at E3 this year, and it included Half-Life 3. I don't even fucking know what else I put on there,
E3
but
bingo card, if you will.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 was actually a legitimate guess, but that didn't actually show up, probably because they didn't have anything to show this year.
I think that game is going well. I want that game to be good.
Oh, just
Forget that
go
game
on the
exists
Beyond Good
sometimes.
and Evil 2 YouTube channel. They do constant things with the developers.
Oh, cool.
That's nice.
But yeah,
Good then.
yeah, I think it's done Microsoft.
The Square.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should like rank E3s of the decade sometime down the line, but
No.
down the line, not
No.
now. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying. something we
I-
could do,
We
guys.
won't
I,
remember
I
today
never even
enough
remember.
to-
I don't. I haven't
Yeah,
been to conferences per year, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
mean,
remember
unless
them
we're
much
comparing
either.
for individual companies, but
Also,
even
remembering a lot of this is expected to come out in late 2020, so
Mm. Yeah, it's like
then, in
the-
2030, I'm going to remember exactly what happened at E3 2000 off memory.
Yeah, gosh.
You know, when I was
Uh,
only 5.
I
So
mean, yeah.
who happened after Microsoft?
Yeah, I think we said all we
think
have
I-
to say about Microsoft.
Was
I think it was
Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, wasn't it?
Ubisoft.
I didn't watch
Bethesda.
that one.
Me either.
Oh, it's Bethesda. The,
Okay, I didn't watch
the
Bethesda.
completely forgettable
I
one
really
that
watched
didn't show
Bethesda.
anything worth any interest.
I literally told a group I'm in, just ping me when Doom Eternal gets shown off, because that's the only thing I care about.
Yeah, Doom Eternal got a
yep,
shit ton
yep.
of footage. I mean, something Doom guy shooting himself out of a BFG 10,000 through space to
The only
breach a floating chunk of Mars to kill more fucking demons. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that was really worth talking about from that one is Doom and Ikumi Nakamura.
Mm.
My
I
Not
don't-
even the game she's promoting, just her.
Yeah. Not even that. Oh, I just remembered one thing from Microsoft. That Deer game. I forgot the name.
Oh
of it.
yeah. That
Bambi
was
2, here we go.
that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Like, I'm not really interested in the game itself, but like
I like the art style.
I like the art style and I just find it funny that it's like you get to play as a deer.
Alright, I'm going to
It's
call the
Bambi
entire
2.
plot. For the first 2 hours, it's basically you growing up with your mother until your mother's killed by unexpected turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Ah,
you
so
have
Bambi.
to learn how to survive on your own, eventually find someone you love, and then watch them die. Because fuck you.
It's
Ah,
that sun game.
so Bambi. So it's Bambi then.
Bambi,
That's
but
why
with
I
more
kept
death.
saying Bambi 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
boy.
I mean, that half of that is like plot of Bambi 2.
Hmm.
That's my friend apparently is a fan of Commander Keen, and for the mobile reboot, and apparently had a moment of despair. So that's
Oh
something
yeah,
I remember.
it was.
that
Get the
happened.
nice
The
pretty.
Commander Keen reboot is as offensive to people, to the fans of that, as the Command and Conquer mobile game was offensive to the Command and Conquer fans. It was the
At
same
least,
level
like,
of offense, if not
I
more.
thought did they end their conference with the Commander Keen thing?
No, they should
I don't
do
think
the
so.
Well, okay, then at least that won't be as bad as what happened with that one, because that's not how you end your conference.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
Mm.
own phones?
I'm sorry. Is there any mobile phone reboot of an old IP that people like?
Not
Not
that I'm
necessar-
aware of.
Not necessarily a reboot, but a different game maybe.
Hmm.
Well, off topic, Minecraft World is happening, and that actually looks interesting.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
actually didn't speaking of which, I know. Didn't Nintendo just release a mobile game?
No, like they showed
Wasn't it
they
like
released a
Dr.
trailer.
Mario World?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
Dr.
Mario. They
Mario
released a
World.
trailer for it.
Oh, there
Oh,
was
okay.
Mario Run Pokemon Go, and then there was Metroid that's behind you.
what?
I
just
mean,
looked
like-
behind me, I was like confused.
Yeah.
No,
But I mean, like, so far,
no.
Nintendo's mobile games are like Mario Run, Pokemon Go. I mean, if that counts,
Fire Emblem
Mm,
Heroes,
yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Metroid
Gaia-
Run is
Gaia-
behind you.
Gaia
And-
Lost.
Yeah, and then Dr. Mario World. That looks interesting, even for like a match 3 game.
The Legend
I
of
can't
Zelda,
wait
oh
for
shit,
Dr.
we warned
Bowser
you.
to diagnose me with
Yeah.
cancer.
Actually, hang on. I'll go on my phone right now to see what they have on this shop.
Alright.
I mean, it's not out yet. It's coming. It comes
Oh,
out.
I just got it for Nintendo. Let's see.
Yeah, but
Mario Run, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Gaia Lost, Fire Emblem Heroes,
And I think there's a Pokemon Rumble game that
yeah,
came out.
Pokemon Rumble Rush.
Wait a second,
Alright.
I just saw it on my
Pocket
screen when you
Cam.
said that.
as in,
Yeah.
are you pitching a tent or are you just happy to see me?
Yes.
I like how this
Oh,
emulator
dear.
is when I look up Nintendo.
God.
So Ubisoft next, or are we?
Ubisoft was
I
pretty
didn't
good.
watch that. I didn't watch that either. But all
Where
I
we-
know is that there's a doggo, and
Yeah,
I
there
love
is
that
a
doggo.
Do we have anything else to say about Bethesda though? Because
Not really.
We sort
I
of
have
skimmed
nothing.
everything, no one cared.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the audience was paid.
yeah,
No, people
I
in
would
fucking
go
front were
that- I
paid.
would go that far personally.
because I keep
Yeah.
hearing, I keep hearing like about how the audience was like going crazy over the simplest things. And
Yeah.
apparently, I've
It's
heard
like,
that.
oh my
apparently they were
god, it's the fucking advertising director of Bethesda. Wow!
I've heard that apparently they were all drunk or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know if
If
that's
they-
true.
That's
but-
gonna be that's gonna be the explanation everyone says to hide. To,
All I
to,
know
you know,
is
to
that
kind
you're
of
grandpa.
dodge.
Dude, if you
I think
want
the
something paid,
most-
try EA last year.
Don't particularly
I
care
will
if
not
they
believe
were.
any of that shit until I see until people evidence for that.
I mean, like
Mm.
one good thing one thing that did come out of Ubisoft is like that Gods and Monsters game. That one looks interesting.
I kind of zoned out for all of Ubisoft. The only thing that apparently Watch Dogs 3 looks.
Harry,
Watch
here's your
Dogs
opinion.
free.
Okay, Harry, here's your opinion on the Ubisoft conference. No, Rayman, this is bullshit.
I
Pretty
mean, you're
much.
not wrong.
Pretty much, they didn't show a new Rayman game, but hey, they announced a new Just Dance because that's what everyone wants. Also, Just
I-
Dance 2020 is going to
The
be.
Wii.
Okay, well, two things I have to say about it. I love how they made they made it like a massive deal, like this like whole like, oh, we gotta do this craziness and all that, and then and it's just announced for the Wii of all things.
They know their audience because there are still like a good amount of people who
Well,
play.
actually,
Well,
And
I
they-
mean, I
Isn't it in
think the Wii has
America
had
that,
Famicom before that, to be fair.
a bunch
no.
of
Yeah.
rehab facilities bought Nintendo Wii's. And
It's
they,
just-
I
yeah,
was
but
about
they
to
bought
bring that up.
Nintendo Wii's with Just Dance specifically because of the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's,
bring that
just it's just hilarious to me that like the Wii gets a new Just Dance and a Wii U doesn't.
You know, FIFA 2016
Rip.
was on the PS2.
And it's going to be the last Wii game ever made.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah,
I've heard
Ubisoft
that, yeah.
announced that it's going to be their last Just Dance game on the Wii, so the Wii's dead after that.
Rip.
Dead.
I mean, that's a good run. Let's be fair.
Yeah, I could just like
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
like the Wii. I could just imagine like the Wii looking at the Wii U's grave saying, "I win, bitch."
Yeah, right.
You're nothing to me.
Like I win. bitch. Die.
No,
I
it says
survived.
no. It's I'm not dead, bitch.
Yeah.
It's like that
Yeah.
grandparent that outlives all of you. It's like, I fucking told you.
Pretty much.
In the Wii, you can just play the Wii copy, but and
True.
who's still
the Wii
making
still
Wii
wins.
games legit?
Yeah, we still wins.
Here's the thing, though.
And they're both discontinued.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Just Dance might be on the Wii, but if it's on the Wii, it's on the Wii U.
That
Oh
is
yeah,
technically
that's
true.
basically what we're saying. Like, it's still the point is though, it's being made for the Wii specifically,
Yeah.
like hardware.
for the make.
Yeah. But the Wii has better hardware for it than the Wii U anyway. It's just the Wii U can play it.
I played
Mhm.
Just Dance on Wii. It's pretty responsive at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun time for a party, but that's all it really is.
I have
The
nothing to
last time I
say.
played,
Fun
the
time-
last time I played Just Dance, I threw up.
Oh god.
This was in middle school, and they forced us to play it. I threw up afterwards.
What
I
was
mean-
it like? Really like tiring?
really
or something?
No, they
Imagine
just
some-
force you on fucking expert mode.
I
And
mean,
you
they
were like,
put
do
us
this
on
for
hard
2
mode.
hours.
Oh, you think?
They put us on hard mode for an hour.
Oh god.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, that pretty much
Sounds
soured
fun.
any opinion I had on Just Dance. It's
I
just
have
every
no-
time I played it in middle school, I threw up.
I have no opinion on Just Dance.
It exists.
Yeah, it
Pretty
just
much.
Make some money.
And it's also the only thing that kept the Wii alive longer than the Wii U.
Yep.
Which is sad.
Like, if you want to make an accurate analogy for the Wii at this point, with all the online features shut down, it's like it's dying of late stage dementia.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong.
God.
Rip Wii.
Okay, and on that
even see
horrifying
it
note,
so
let's
bad.
move on to Square Enix. Actually, no, before
Well,
we get to
actually,
Square Enix,
wait.
let's just cover.
Well, actually,
But I
before
didn't
we
go
get
talk
to
about
Square
Watch
Enix,
Dogs.
yeah, I was gonna say, Joey, you seem pretty stoked about this. So if you wanna just talk about this for a bit?
Well, I
Alright,
heard
so Watch Dogs
is
3
Yeah.
is my actual dream come true for a real life scenario where
A
people
working
finally
a
say
working life
fuck
on
the
fucking-
fucking bullshit that's going on and actually get off their asses and do something about it rather than just continue with the stupid 9 to 5 day lives thinking, oh, our parents and their parents and their parents dealt with it and so will our fucking kids. It's,
I can't tell if you're projecting really hard here or not.
I am
Yeah, right.
projecting so hard.
Ubisoft, Ubisoft is, I mean, by default, he kind of has to because Ubisoft is leaning into real life.
But at the same time, as you think about it, this might be reality in the next 10 years, but then so could Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And you're
You
not
know,
wrong.
so I'm not. But at the same time, it looks fucking amazing. Like, technically, but I played through a bit of Watch Dogs 1 because it's on game. It was on Games for Gold for a while.
Mm.
Yeah, 1 month. So I got that for free. And I booted up a little while ago when I saw the Watch Dogs 3 trailer and thought that looks fucking awesome. Because I never really thought much about Watch Dogs 1. So if you've got all of the abilities from Watch Dogs 1, plus that system where everyone in the world was simulated, and if you killed that person, they were gone. I mean, the police forces and the gangs and whatnot, they respawned, but the actual civilians, there's a reason it's such a big deal if you actually kill a random civilian.
Hmm. So I guess that's why like some people just, for lack of a better term, go a pacifist route and just kind of hack everything for the whole game and don't shoot.
Oh no,
at
that's
all.
just because freaking getting into high-speed chases in the main campaign, and then bringing up some freaking bollards and or changing the traffic lights to have the oncoming traffic just slam him in the middle.
So it's more fun to hack, right?
It's more fun to hack.
Okay,
Also,
yeah,
you have
I've heard
fuck
that
all
too.
life. Your health is basically nothing.
Oh, okay,
Your phone is your best weapon.
makes sense. Yeah.
That sounds very much like nowadays.
Like,
Yeah,
I can play the
well.
grandma in.
Cyberpunk 2077. What? Anything stupid that is 300 IQ that involves technology to any degree is just a cyberpunk meme.
Yeah.
Take your word for it.
Irony in that video games are always kind of pretty bad, always have a pretty low opinion on the future when they're themselves.
Future bad.
In the future, we're
Everything is
In the
everything is
future,
Roman.
we
Everything's
have a
growing in the
steampunk,
future.
cyberpunk, nuclear wasteland.
Everything is bad in the future.
And the government is just a puppet run by the private military companies run by the Illuminati.
Oh, what else? What else did Ubisoft have? Oh yeah, they have what is that? Brawlhalla with Finn and Jake. So
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
no, it was
Oh, yeah,
Rayman
the-
4 got announced.
Shut up.
Stop, Joey. Stop killing Harry's hopes and dreams. Okay.
This every day.
Harry, put down the knife. Listen, it was a Harry!
Harry, no, stop.
You heard that?
Oh, he has
murder
left the
classic,
server
right?
forever.
And then all you
Must-
hear is on
it
my
must hub had
side,
to take
frick
over
you,
recording the game
Joe,
for the stream.
you dick. It's like, for fuck's sake.
God.
No, seriously, Harry,
Yeah.
don't do it. No!
The only thing I know about Ubisoft's conference is that there is a doggo there, and that's nice.
Jake was
Like-
there
like a
from
dog-
Adventure
like a
Time.
dog or something.
There was an actual dog.
Yeah,
on stage, it was
Brawlhalla
great.
has the adventure.
Oh, I
Time
gotta
update.
see that. I didn't even see that.
There was a dog. I loved it.
So it's about as good as the Universal like Spider-Man thing.
Fucking Peach is now functioning.
You know, with Live and Learn playing.
God damn it, Spider-Man.
Oh, I've seen that. That's amazing.
Spider-Man is a menace. He uses Sonic music, therefore he clearly has no taste in gaming.
I'm surprised that wasn't more of a meme because I think one version I saw was like him swinging back and forth while Megalovania was playing.
Oh, man.
Spider-Man is trying to use Undertale to indoctrinate kids.
Spider-Man's gonna give Universal
Spider Sans does whatever a spider can.
Spider-Man's got some
Spe-
dicks up his ass.
Speaking of which, it was like the YouTube stream for one of the E3 conferences. I don't remember which one, but there was a part where the YouTube stream, something happened to the audio and they had to like reset stuff up, and they accidentally like had the guy's music playlist start playing. So it was literally just like random gameplay of this one game or whatever. I forget what it was, and it just suddenly the meme maker music started playing. and then it went to,
No, it is Watch Dogs 3.
and then it was like
Oh
Delfino,
my god, B Baker's making a comeback!
Oh
And it
my
was like-
god!
and then it
No,
was
you just see like the Doom Eternal.
yeah, like
That's his guilty pleasure playlist.
midway it turned into
Doom
Del-
guy.
midway
Wait,
through
Midway
it,
Studios is coming back?
it changed to like Delfino
mean,
Plaza midway through.
Nether
and
Realms here.
and then it had this guy saying like, look what I can do or something, and he just started playing Megalovania.
Did he just suddenly start hearing Roll Revolving?
It's amazing. It was the funniest thing ever. But like,
Chaos.
you guys want to move on to Square Enix because
Please.
Actually,
Yeah.
before we move on to Square Enix,
Yes,
let's
Randy.
holding this in like all for like an hour now.
Go on.
Should just cover Crash Team Racing quickly before we move
Oh
on. to
yeah,
the
Oh,
Crash
right,
Team
right, right.
Racing. It comes out in 2 days at
I
time
think
of
it's just
stream.
something that we forgot to talk about.
you want to. Well, do you want
Basically
to?
comes
Wait a
out
minute,
after I get
that's
paid,
not
but I still can't afford it
Ubisoft.
because it's full price and no one wants to give me money for hard work and labor.
Sorry to
No,
hear that.
seriously, my
Maybe.
boss is off and I'm
think-
training and I'm training the noob basically.
You think that's bad? I haven't been aimed. They've been taking me off schedule for another week.
Oh,
No,
God. So
My
you
boss is
literally
on
just-
holiday abroad and I'm training the noob they just hired.
I'm only
So-
gonna come in on Friday because I have a thing to do. I can't say too much on because we're
Right,
you
right,
can
right.
hear my voice.
No, on the
Oh,
bright
okay.
side, the noob's actually competent, so I can't
You-
actually complain.
It's just job thing, that's all we need. That's all we care about.
It's just
Anyway,
like your
Crash.
people at your job is just like just intensely watching the stream because you're here.
They just have that face like the night.
like-
yeah, right.
Hey, so you know how we should fire Jason?
Shut up.
Oh God.
This is when my mother-in-law, who is also my boss, is actually watching this fucking stream.
Shut
and
up,
I'm like,
I need my job.
Okay, let's get on to
Anyways.
Crash already.
Crash.
Yeah.
Lunacy aside.
Beanox has taken it upon them. Beanox and Activision have taken it upon themselves to just release a stream of info dumps, and I've appreciated the news throughout the week in between like all the lulls of the.
Torno
I-
actually
I
has a
think-
voice.
I have one complaint. Where are the trophy girls?
They're
in the
playable
DLC.
racers.
They're playable.
Oh, okay. Are they all skins for each other, or are they like the Cooper
They're the
things?
Nitros,
That's a good question.
enter the Nitro Squad now.
Right,
They don't hand out
Because
trophies.
if they're all their own character, that would be fucking cool. But if they're just like
Yeah.
the
I
feel like-
Cooper brothers,
I feel like they just
Oh,
be
they're-
palette swaps of each other.
They're
Probably-
separate characters with their own slots.
Oh, okay.
oh, that's fucking
Go-
awesome.
Like I was gonna get into this, like
Oh God.
had these streams. They had various throughout the past week or so, and first off, we got a little trailer with the two chicken reporters from Crash Tag Team Racing, which was nice
Oh,
to see.
okay.
Chick like get
Chicken
And
stew.
stew.
like that. And,
Okay, yeah, because I watched that trailer. I was like, these characters, like this looks like it's right out of Tag Team Racing.
yeah. Oh yeah, it was Chick Gizzards and Stew, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, some
Yeah.
of the stuff from Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing are also gonna be in the game. So
Yeah, Nitro
That's
Kart is
right.
getting all the characters and stages, and
This
I
is just every Crash
that's
game
fucking
put-
awesome,
Crash
because I-
racing game put into one.
oh, you know
Yeah.
the.
I've never
Did
bundled.
anyone actually play Nitro Kart and know the level in like the third world where you race up the side of this massive clock in the desert? And it was,
I haven't
The
Oh,
time, yeah,
I-
that
the-
track is back, but they've taken away all the anti gravity. So it could
oh, but
match
that
the
was what
people.
made it so fucking cool.
I
Hey,
know.
I have
know
Nitro
those.
Kart, but I haven't really
They-
played much of it.
yeah
I haven't touched it.
they had to make it like more universe with the whole game.
But
Oh man.
just have us
Otherwise,
drive
you'd be
up the
called Mario
wall
Kart
and
8
say
ripoff.
"fuck it, magnets."
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a similar track down the line, but so yeah, DLC packs are coming and they're free to be connected online, so you can get the in-game currency because transactions are coming soon. But
I just love that we have Spyro as
They
playable. We
just
have
Anna.
casually mentioned Spyro.
Yeah,
Well, I
Spyro,
mean,
Yeah.
Anna, and
playable on
the
the
Dino-
GBA version, if I recall correctly.
yeah, that's right.
yeah, um,
When we have the dinosaur from Crash 3 is also
Baby
playable.
T
Yeah, baby
and
too.
Baby Crash and Baby Coco for some reason because
Man, we're getting
Wait,
on
is that an
Queen.
actual thing?
Pink gold, like
I think for DLC.
pink gold Coco.
Fuck you.
Oh no, you know what I want? I want
Metal
a
Crash.
DLC called Classic Skins, and it basically just gives you the same resolution character models from the original games.
I mean,
That's
that's what the
what they've.
PS4 version is
Oh,
doing.
God, have you seen
Yeah, that's what they're doing in the PS4 version. Yeah.
That's a PS4
Oh,
exclusive skin.
Have you seen what their models look like? Have you seen
What
the
was that
models
about
look like
Revolution?
in the PS1 version when you're playing with multiple players? The models look like absolute
Don't
shit.
worry, I'll take it straight into town center.
Jason, it's like this was on the PlayStation 1.
No, regardless, it's hilarious how low poly they were. It's like it's as bad or worse than Draw Distance Mario.
Oh, well,
Alright, my
Draw
mum
Distance Mario is just
guys,
hilarious.
Guys, my mum gave me permission to do the Revolution from Watch Dogs 3, but so long as I don't scratch the car.
Hey.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I never actually played any of the Crash Racing games. I've only played the platformers.
Yes, Beanox and Activision have been very clear. Said on stream that they are looking at pretty much every Crash game for inspiration to put content in. So
I'm so okay. The best thing I have to say about Nitro Field is that it's so refreshing to see post Naughty Dog Crash stuff get some love for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love the Insane Trilogy. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to see like other things in the series get some attention.
Are they doing
Crash
original
Nitro
Crash as
Fueled,
well?
except they release a Spyro DLC pack, and it's just the characters from the original trilogy.
And it's
Um,
also
They're doing original tracks too, aren't they?
yes,
I
yes,
think so, yeah.
DLC
I think so.
for
Yeah.
DLC.
Like
What-
the one other
They know what they're
thing.
doing.
One other thing, the fact that they're adding like tag team racing stuff as DLC too is also really exciting because basically saying okay that with this racing game remake let's just add in all the stuff from the previous games, so if we do decide to make a new one we can just do our own thing, and that's exciting. Just
Where's Green Hill
Honest.
and Chemical Plant though?
Jason, shut up.
but yeah that
We
is
already
also-
have a Sonic racing game.
that's also just exciting in and of itself. So yeah, this is I'm excited to just play this for like Crash Racing games again for the first time itself, and
Well, it looks like,
Yeah.
it looks like Beanox is making up for their incredibly disappointing Spider-Man run with Crash, so that's nice.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm
amazing.
just gonna have to hold off on the game for now, but I am looking forward to playing it when I get to it.
What was I gonna say? There is now a non-zero chance that we could actually get characters like Rilla Roo and Yaya Panda in a modern Crash game.
That's hilarious.
That is
made me
true.
laugh so hard.
Can we?
Rilla makes his comeback, and it's like gonna be everyone celebrating that he's back, even though no one remembers him.
I
wonder if there's-
remember him. That game was amazing.
No. Ruru comes back. It plays. It just insert the clip of Donkey Kong, Diddy, and Karol cheering.
Yeah, right?
Can we play as like the evil twins or something?
Maybe down the line. I think
No.
if this game does well, I think it will. I think we're
Can we-
going to see a.
You
good
can play as one of
content.
the evil twins, but the other one's a skin.
Can we play it? Can we play as the bear that was chasing Cortex in that one bit?
Or the walrus, or the walrus.
Yeah.
Can we play as the penguin?
Can we
It's a
play?
penguin, yes.
Fish?
Can we play? Can we play as Dingo Dial's flamethrower?
Probably if you mod the game. I like. I'm
You're
like,
my
that
We play as
No.
Matt.
His flamethrower grows arms and legs.
had like some hilarious mods that people have done
just-
with Insane Trilogy.
Jason,
Can you
just
play
wait
as
for the
those fat
PC
guys
port in a
that I
year.
spin dashed that
Yeah,
one
right.
time?
Oh gosh.
Or like, what if they what if they mod in like the Venus flytraps, so you can technically play as Piranha Plant, but not really.
God damn it!
Can we play as that one god dude from the Skylanders game?
Oh,
Yun, I'm sure someone will
Can we
mod him
play
in.
as Todd Howard, and every time he uses an item, he says it just works?
That's when he hits with the item.
Clearly, though, we cannot play as moving on.
Oh god.
Basically, Crash Team Racing. Everyone is here, sort of. Eventually.
I just wanted.
Everyone died at the beginning of the game except Girl Gru.
But he's in the same amount of debt that Kirby is.
I
That's
just-
why he hasn't been in a Crash game.
I wonder if they're gonna add the actual story of Nitro Kart though, or are they just gonna have the stuff like the tracks?
I can see
Is
it
that
being
confirmed?
added down the line like as an
The real
expansion
question
pack.
is, can I play as Duke Nukem?
No, but you can play as Dingo Dial wearing a hazmat suit, so that's something.
Oh, I love
Oh.
the costumes and stuff they're adding too.
Yeah.
Costumes are great.
They're like unique animations too.
So it's just a lot of content. I'm very happy to see this level of love being given to what was considered a second-tier IP 10 years ago.
Yeah,
No,
I gotta say,
I'm
like,
actually
this
just
is-
looking forward to
yeah.
the Mercedes DLC.
I gotta say though, like I've said this to Scrappy a few times before, but it just feels good to be in an era where it it feels good to be a Crash and Spyro fan and not feel like there's nothing going on with those series anymore. Like,
The IPs are near death's door.
But the real question is,
Yeah.
where's Metal Arms glitch in the system too?
Trapped in hell with Activision, so we're going to ponder. We're going to ask them about that.
The fact that you actually know that.
I think
That's-
yeah, it was
yeah.
published by like Vivendi back in the 2000s, and I think Activision has those
It was
IPs
made
now.
by Swinging Ape Studios, which was their first and last game, and it's sequel baits at the fucking end, and I'm like, but why? And then the game got released, and then it got the company got immediately bought out by Activision.
Well then,
wow.
the 2000s was not a good time for many companies.
But
No.
2003 was a really good year for video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of older and smaller companies just kind of got the axe.
Mm.
Like again, I was a child in 2003 Christmas Day playing Crash Nitro Kart and Battle for Bikini Bottom, and now both of those games are back or coming back.
Yeah, it feels so surreal.
What
Like,
the fuck?
God. But
Why,
yeah, that's
why are they vote kicking me for getting beaten the shit out of by a fucking tank? Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say that's all I have to say about Nitro Fueled.
Oh my. And
Alright,
yeah, Mortal
so-
Kombat 11 DLC last like 2 weeks ago, so that was nice. So Square
Alright,
Enix.
so, yeah, Square Enix. Let's start off with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, like no, like
remake.
no,
Yeah, that remake looks
Yeah.
so good.
no. Here's how we can describe the
Coming out
entire Square
eventually.
Enix one. Here's how we can describe the entire Square Enix presentation. Final Fantasy and also Avengers.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
4 words.
okay,
Final Fantasy plus Avengers.
Okay, you know about the Final Fantasy VII remake. I was excited, but then I got even more excited when Harry told me who apparently was the combat
Oh, yeah,
designer.
I was gonna say this. The combat designer is the same guy who did combat design for Kingdom Hearts 2, and
Oh,
for
wow.
like the.
That's a good
if-
sign right there.
So anyone who's played Kingdom Hearts 2 before knows how good of a sign that is, because the combat in that game is like easily the best part of it. And if this remake is like anything like that, we're in for a good time.
Alright, so just to get my opinion on it real quick, I've never played the original Final Fantasy VII, even though
Oh,
it's a
me
game I feel like I should play.
Me neither. I haven't played it.
twice, but I have once on my brother's PS3 and then once on my PS4 now.
Yeah, I never played Final Fantasy VII just
Yeah.
because I'm not really a big fan of turn-based RPGs. Mainly because I feel like I'm not part of the action whenever I play a turn-based RPG. So the fact that it's more action-based has me interested, just because action RPGs are more my kind of RPG personally.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, I don't think there's gonna be really anything to spoil in the story unless they make some serious changes, but I don't think they will.
Probably not.
So it's more likely going to be the same story, just it looks a lot nicer. For one thing, Cloud looks like an actual human for once,
Yeah, not a blocky guy.
and a different combat
But I love
altogether.
Crowd.
Yeah, but have you seen any of those low poly cosplays?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
By
That's
the way,
hilarious.
that kind of reminds me. 7 hours ago, apparently IGN says they still have the cross-dressing sequence.
Nice.
Oh
Yay.
my
Wasn't expecting
god.
them
How
to.
would they
I wasn't
know?
expecting. I wasn't expecting them to get rid of that scene, honestly. um, yeah. Never played Final Fantasy VII either. At least not entirely on board with Square Enix's reasoning to switch up the gameplay mechanics, but it looks good, and I like
Yeah.
the colors look better than they did in 2015. Oh yes, the game was revealed in 2015. For how
Yeah.
long first takes to make games.
I feel like the
Oh
game
my.
just kind of was given like gone on the back burner for Kingdom Hearts 3 for a while.
Oh gosh, I could go on a rant about that, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
Look all right. I'm not happy everyone's been recasted, but recast.
Hmm. That's a
Uh,
shame.
Only has Scorts now. That's good because dolphin kicking.
Uh,
Let's see.
Yeah, the brief bits of gameplay they showed off looked really nice.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
showed off.
yeah.
I think they showed off the correct scene.
Yeah.
Like the thing from
Also,
the
they
opening.
they also made Tifa more attractive by giving her breast size
Oh,
appropriate size for her
actually.
Oh
body.
yeah,
Oh,
Tifa
some-
By
looks
the way,
really
actually,
good.
Some people don't like that.
Article on that.
Some people don't like that they gave Tifa a bra and reduced her breast size.
Actually,
For those
of
people who have
course.
one thing to say, get
Sorry
dense.
Sorry
By the way,
for realism in your video games.
Yeah, also, Polygon actually did a thing on that. Apparently, Nomura says it was necessary to restrict the chest because she's a fighter and it's more natural.
Well, plus, I just think the original look was just. Again, I really hate when characters have breasts that are
Well, no,
way
it was
too
Lara.
big for their
It was
body.
Lara
Yeah.
Croft tits, so the size was basically more down to your imagination.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think it looks much nicer now. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
This is probably my favorite classic Tifa design. Like,
Yeah, this is my favorite Tifa design period. Like,
everything else looks good. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to playing
Yeah.
it. Although I should
Yeah, same.
probably play the original first.
might
mean,
give it.
I'll probably do
original
that
goes
too.
well.
I need to
I-
continue the original because I
Alright,
have
can
it.
we do Final Fantasy VII as a Let's Play on your channel?
I don't know if that would. Oh god.
I got a physical
another
and the
schmuck
PS3
for Final
digital.
Fantasy VII.
LPing a turn-based RPG just doesn't sound like a good idea for me. I don't know. I might do the remake, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You subject me to an open world Lego game next year.
Well, that's because we're playing it together.
Okay, so one more thing about Final Fantasy, it's the Final Fantasy VIII remaster. So now we know
yeah,
why
I'm
that
the-
game wasn't
Yeah.
coming to Switch initially.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah,
I
that
think
makes
I
sense.
remember-
music licensing.
I think I remember reading something about them not having the code for it, which is why it wasn't initially enough with the other Final Fantasy ports.
But
It was either
it's,
that or
uh,
music
it's getting a
licensing.
remaster, so that's good. They didn't forget it.
It's
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I really should try and play through like the PS1 Final Fantasy trilogy sometime. Like, I still have a PS3, so I can just play the emulated versions in the store.
I have 7 and 9.
Breathe.
I own 7 and 9.
Right.
Yeah, I own those too. But
We'll
so a lot of what
Yeah.
Square showed off was just a lot of collections for games
Yeah.
that either
Yeah,
are
like-
being
like-
re-released or have never come out in the West, which I think is good. I think it's good that we get games
Yeah.
that haven't come to the West and now they're
Yeah.
coming to it. Even if games that I don't give a shit about, I'm like,
The
hey, that's
Dragon Age
cool.
Builders looks alright though.
It's Dragon Quest. Not
Dragon
Dragon
Age
Age.
Builders.
Yeah,
Dragon Age Builders. Azzy would be so hype.
Ab.
Like, Dragon Age
Literally.
Minecraft? Yes.
Wait, I did, speaking of which, I really did like the presentations Square Enix had. Like, I like the transitions they had between games.
Oh, the picture frames and all that.
That was
Yeah, that
nice.
was neat.
Visually appealing. It's
Yeah.
direct thing.
I guess.
Yeah.
How much
Very
else do we have to
flashy.
say?
Yeah, I
about-
like how you can see everything all at once when they pulled back from at the end of it.
Also, yeah, Kingdom Hearts DLC.
Oh,
no
yeah, I
Roger
forgot
Rabbit,
about that.
0 out of 10.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited because apparently Nomura said that the amount of bosses added to this will be a similar amount to the secret bosses from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Oh
Wait,
wow! Wait, there's gonna be like 15 of secret bosses or so.
yes, probably something like that. I would hope so because like one of Kingdom Hearts 2's best strengths was the post content, Final Mix specifically. So if we have like anything on the level of that, that's gonna be something to look forward to. And like the idea of just playing as like Riku and like Roxas especially sounds really cool.
Alright.
Roxas isn't dead.
Play the game.
I don't know about.
No,
Just say that. Play the game.
no.
That every other Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
game. No time for that.
I mean, he wasn't.
Oh my.
He was never really dead to begin with, but still.
Accidentally posted something by mistake.
Oh,
Oh dear.
was wondering why I had a noise.
Oh god.
Somebody say battle stake.
Anyways, do we have anything else to say about Square Enix?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Oh, right.
Yawn.
I have nothing to say.
Be right
about
back. You keep going without me.
Voice
Overhyped
cast.
bullshit
Voice
that no one's
cast.
actually gonna
Really good
care
choice.
about. Well, no, there's gonna
Yeah,
be massive
Joey,
hype for it to
shut
come
up.
out, but the game isn't gonna be good. I'm calling it now.
Joey, shut
Rip.
the fuck up. Okay.
I will say right now.
It's
not-
also a
it's kind of
live service game, so
I will say it's kind of a good thing Tanner's here because we'd be on this for an hour.
it.
Yeah.
No offense, Tanner.
You don't like Tanner, don't you?
I
So-
don't want to say that out loud.
Okay.
I know
well,
you're saying that, oh Joe, you're just bashing it because you don't like it. I fucking love the Avengers, but the reality is, it's like, yeah, I know Spider-Man was a good game,
Oh, it
but
was
this
great. Yeah.
this does not look like it's going to be good.
I haven't seen any of this game, so.
Can't say anything without gameplay.
Yeah, but you can get an idea for what they're trying to do from the trailers. Like, the concept isn't good.
says you.
Says you.
What? Okay. What's the general,
Elaborate.
well, what's the general like thing? What are they trying to do with this game? Basically, is what I'm trying to ask.
It's a. From what we gathered, it's a single player game that can be played multiplayer,
Okay.
and
Sounds like a
it's
Telltale game.
the general premise seems to be that there was this event called A-Day. Something went wrong. Captain America is supposedly dead. Calling it now, he's not. He's not dead. He's gonna make a badass entrance because he's Captain America, for fuck's sake. And it cuts to 5 years later, which gives me endgame flashbacks.
Oh,
Mm.
Like, oh shit, seriously, it's like Avengers 5 years later was like Spider-Man's equivalent to 8 years later, a couple of years ago, and I find that hilarious.
Mm.
I think the game has general promise.
hang on. I'll be right back.
I think the
Okay.
game has promise. I need to see more of what the game is in action first.
Right.
It feels like it's going to be mission based in the sense of you're going to have a hub world. You're going to be basically told, run over here to kill mooks and then fight a boss, and knowing that it's going to be a live service game, they're going to every now and again release an update which gives you another 25 levels, and it's
So what I
at
understand.
least they said the stuff we're getting is for free, so it's
yeah, but I
It could
also
be
can't
worse.
help but think that with it being live service, it's also going to be pay to win.
So what I'm
No,
understanding.
they explicitly state there's not gonna be loot box or pay to win shit. That's their words.
What I
Okay, but then
understand,
how's it going
Joey-
to be a live service?
We'll see how that turns out.
We'll
Because
see.
a live service means you get the game for the set price, and then you get the base content from the start, and then the longer the game exists, the more content you get. However, it has to be funded by something within the game. There is some sort of microtransaction, And if it's
It's
not pay to
probably-
win and it's not loot box,
It's
I
probably
highly
just,
doubt it's going to be basic cosmetics because it's been proven that they don't work as well as loot boxes. That's why they stopped doing it.
Back what I missed.
Joey's discussing the live service thing is an issue.
But from what I understand, Joey, it seems like your potential issue with the game would come down to your. Are you like worried that this is gonna just end up becoming like a generic brawler kind of thing?
If you remember the 4 game for the Xbox 360, I feel like it's going to end up turning into that.
I don't know what that is, so.
There was a very quickly forgotten movie caching game called.
Oh, you're talking about the
4.
game for the first Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
No, I'm not saying it would be that bad, but I'm saying
I
that level of gameplay.
Okay. Here's something to think about. Nowadays, especially, I think companies are, maybe except EA, because fuck EA, that
Yeah,
they
right.
are very aware of the issues with the live services or like
But they still keep
microtransactions and all
doing
that.
it.
So if they're gonna do this, people are gonna catch on very quickly if it is pay to win or something, and it's gonna affect the game and people's overall opinion on the game. They can't
Yeah.
have. They
I
can't.
don't.
They can't risk anything with this, especially when you're using a Marvel property.
Oh no,
yeah,
if you think
yeah.
it's bad with a Star Wars property, oh boy, wait to see how it goes for Marvel. Oh boy,
Yeah, gosh.
like
If
wait,
they try to pull the shit out with Marvel, either Marvel's gonna have something to say to Square Enix, or the community is gonna have something to say to both.
you know what the
Yeah.
community's gonna say? Hey, the next Spider-Man game will probably be better than this.
I mean, yeah,
my,
but
those are-
like that. I don't. Man, I don't like the just look playing like a mediocre game or something and just thinking, oh,
can
next
fix
one
it
will
later."
probably the next one will probably be good. Like, I don't know. It's just.
We mentioned
just
the
kinda-
first Thor movie game. Sorry, Harry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Joey mentioned the game based on the first Thor, and that kind of reminds me, what happened to licensed games this decade? They just kind of disappeared.
They kind of died, and then they kind of came back with games like Spider-Man.
And I mean, like, yeah, we get those kind of licensed games, but then we just don't really get movie tie-ins for better or worse. Mostly for better now, but I kind of miss them.
Yeah, I kind of like not
It's
like
because they never did well, and then people realized that, well, if they keep fucking them up, what's the point in buying them?
True,
think,
but
like,
They
I
they,
think the
they got
last-
released. They had big sales on the first couple of days, despite them being in development for like 6 months to a year. It's like,
Though it would
and
have been
then
cool
5
to
minutes later they end up
see-
in the freaking bargain bin.
It would have been interesting to see what they did with an actual Incredibles 2, though. Like not like Lego, like actual
Yeah.
Incredibles 2. But whatever.
An actual
Okay,
Incredibles 2 game, so long as it's nothing like the original.
Okay, I think the last licensed game I remember coming out was the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game.
And
After
apparently
that, they
was,
just disappeared.
Yeah, but
apparently that was
but
like
Amazing
crap, so-
Spider-Man 2 had such stupid amounts of freaking merchandising, and then it just didn't sell, and they realized, wait, maybe this is a
It
bad
horribly underperformed in that regard, yeah.
Hmm.
It didn't
Okay.
help that that game looked fucking terrible. Oof.
Yeah, I've heard that game was complete garbage.
That fucking
It
meme
was-
where
It was
you
not good.
failed the quick time event in the burning building with the woman tied to a bomb, and she's like, "I'm gonna die, boo."
That's Spider-Man
kind of-
3.
It's good.
Wait, that was Spider-Man
Oh.
3.
That was Spider-Man 3. You're thinking of a different game.
It's kind
But
of a
that is
shame
still
though.
funny. That is still funny.
Because I enjoyed like in terms of Beanox Spider-Man stuff, I enjoyed like Shadow Dimensions and Azure Time, but like after that with like
I thought Extra
Um,
Time was shit personally.
yeah, well,
Is there even
I-
a consensus? Sorry, Harry, go on.
no, I was just gonna say, but like it's kind of a shame like after those games, like say the Amazing Spider-Man duology is just complete crap in comparison. So
Yeah. So anyway, Scrabble, what were you gonna say?
Aside from the 2018 Spider-Man game, is there any consensus on what is the best Spider-Man game of this decade?
Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
Besides,
something.
besides that,
Besides that, probably
Spider-Man
Shattered
2?
Dimensions.
mm,
So what's this?
But
2010 to 2020?
it was
2010 to 2019.
I yeah,
Shattered
I don't
Dimensions
know.
was 2010. So,
Right.
Shadow Dimensions.
but no, PS4 is obviously the best of all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, PS4. There's no
Like, there's no
competition there.
contest.
Yeah.
No contest.
I mean,
Not-
it is
no, not at
regarded
all.
as
no
top.
fun.
I'm gonna say top 5 superhero games of all time,
Yeah,
based on
that's
the
a, that's
actual hero IPs and not just look at you. You're well, I won't say X-Man because there are actual X-Men games, but you know what I'm trying to say. And you have these powers that you set yourself. I'm basically quoting, but I'm basically saying prototype here, but
Hmm.
ignoring that fact, actual licensed games, actual licensed superhero games, are not prototype.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Although, funny you mentioned Prototype, because we just recently learned that I think it was Prototype 2 was going to be Spider-Man 4, and they reused the engine to make Prototype 2.
I mean,
Hmm.
Devil May Cry got made because of the dream sequence in Metal Gear 3.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No,
No,
Different
that,
publishers.
that was the original build of Resident Evil 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, Resident
Ah.
Evil 4 turned into Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry. I almost said Devil May Cry 5. No, the original concept for Resident Evil 4 became Devil May Cry. There we go. I don't know why I just wanted to say Devil May Cry 5. It's like they planned this 20 years in advance.
Yeah.
They knew they'd have 5 games.
They just did.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Getting
the.
developed.
I think
No,
that's the last to
what I
say.
was trying to say was Spider-Man 4 is in the top 5, and I'm saying that because I know someone might try and complain saying that the Arkham games are better than Spider-Man 4, which is a valid opinion.
I disagree personally.
Well, maybe I can see that for Arkham City. I can't see that for any other game in the series.
I'm
that's
just
just me,
saying I've
though.
never played any of these games myself, so I'm just like, I know there is a massive following behind the Arkham games, but I don't know what they actually think as to whether Spider-Man's better or any individual one of their games.
Okay.
Well, from what I played with
So-
the Arkham games, I've enjoyed Spider-Man more. So
Okay, well, I think that's the last of Square Enix. I think they had a
Yeah.
pretty good conference overall. They
Second
showed a lot of
place.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
they
they
were
seem-
originally
Right, onto
the first
Sony.
place.
Until we get
Oh,
to
wait,
our next topic.
Yeah,
after
Sony.
Oh wait.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Where they go?
they ran off.
Where the fuck is Sony? Where the hell did they go?
Oh no, we can't win E3 this year. I heard that Microsoft was releasing the new flight simulator. We've got nothing to compete with that.
They slept in. Nah, what happened was they slept. What happened was they slept in.
Actually, we never mentioned Gears 5, but at the same time, I've got nothing to say about Gears of War 5.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that Gears Pop figure game. Like, why would they show a separate trailer for that? Why would they show that after the initial Gears trailer?
That's what they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, that reminds me. Something that we kind of forgot about with the Microsoft was the Halo.
Oh,
Right.
right.
All right, and
Halo.
Project Scarlet.
Oh, yeah. I think
You
we
wanna
should get to
backtrack
Project
what was
Scarlet
on?
after
Yeah,
we
they're
finish
definitely
Nintendo.
Scarlet.
Well,
wanna go
well,
back
I
to
have
Next
I have
holiday.
I have nothing to say about the Project Scarlet thing because it's literally just people talking for like 5 minutes. Like, oh, this is
Yeah,
like gonna
people are
be
just
like.
talking about it.
It's just like this is
It's
gonna be like.
interesting from trying to understand what they're doing next with the consoles. But everyone's
Yeah,
trying to say.
show,
I
not
mean,
tell.
everyone was trying to say the Xbox One and PS4 were going to be the last fucking consoles. Evidently, that didn't happen. And now everyone's trying to say, oh, the PS5 and the Xbox
Scarlet.
Xbox
next.
2.
The
Xbox
Xbox 2 the
XBT.
2720 fucking whatever deluxe edition.
The Xbox 5200.
Meh.
gosh.
Say what you want about Microsoft, they're very good at giving projects code names. They're very
Yeah.
bad at giving actual console names and product
They should let
names.
the people who come up with the code names come up with the name for the console.
It should just be the name for the console. Like, who the fuck wants the Kinect? Everyone wants the Natal.
That was
Oh,
that's
oh,
Natal.
right, that takes me back.
Like,
was like,
that sounds
decade ago.
fucking awesome. And then, like, Xbox Connect. Ugh.
And it doesn't matter what the name was, you hate it
Xbox
anyways.
Scorpio, and it's like Xbox One, and then later we'll release the Xbox One X, which acronizes itself to Xbox. It does actually.
Oh. I just remembered something. A lot of people like remember when like there was like some rumored articles floating around that Miyamoto would show up at Microsoft's conference. But that didn't
yeah,
happen?
All didn't
yeah.
happen.
Yeah. I was so confused
Meanwhile,
because I
in
kept on
reality-
hearing these things were like Nintendo fans might want to watch the Microsoft conference, so nothing happened.
It's
They
like,
I think they were
trolled
real.
us.
they just wanted to increase online
I
viewership.
know, I
for
know, I'm getting ahead of
Nintendo.
myself, but it's
Microsoft.
probably because of the leakers.
Probably.
Well,
Leakers
I
suck.
my thing, I just like saw like I just saw a title of it from Game Explained, so
Yeah. Although speaking of leakers, Nintendo actually sent cease and desist no messages to potential leakers who might spill the beans on their direct one. But when I think that's hilarious.
That was amazing.
yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
What have we done? Have we done everything we wanted to say about Square at this point?
Yeah.
And then we
but-
have
The
Um,
shape.
I can't wait for their competing company, Triangle.
God.
Oh, and don't get me started on Circle.
Circle.
What about Diamond?
Ah, you fucked
Okay,
it up. You had to say X.
X. Okay.
Is not here, Joey. They don't deserve the X.
Hold on.
X gonna give it to you.
we're not playing Resident Evil.
I don't think you guys realized that I made a reference to the PlayStation controller.
So are we starting the
know.
last? Are we starting the last conference now?
Yep.
Yeah. Do we want to like message Jared because he wanted to?
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know.
I'm
Seeing
letting
as we're
them know.
seeing as we're gonna be bringing someone in before we actually talk about it, can I change game?
Yeah.
If you want.
Because I'm fucking bored of this.
Game board, Joey. Game die.
I mean, the stream's still gonna be going. Yes, it's just blank screen, isn't it? Should be.
Probably. I'm not looking right now, so. What are you gonna change it to so I know what to change the game thing?
Just deciding.
Focusing.
Focusing.
Nice place you got here.
You forgot to say back off, Tubby.
I was back off, Jack.
Yeah.
Hit the road.
I think what
Hit the
he's talking. I think what Tubby's like. What's Tubby looking at here? So what's Tubby doing? Focusing.
Focusing.
What you doing here? Focus. Yeah.
What you say?
At least he was trying.
You want to play a new zombie game?
Hey Joe, you want to play a
Yeah,
zombie game? No, I just finished playing one.
That happens every fucking time a new zombie game comes out. Hey, Joe, you want to play another zombie game?
No,
so easy
I
to
don't want to play
do.
another goddamn zombie game, Joe.
So easy to do.
It's Resident Evil
Yeah.
2. Okay, I want to play another zombie game.
We have Jared here.
Yeah.
Jared?
So first off, how do I sound?
You sound
Jared, how do
alright.
I sound?
Good.
He sounds HD now.
High definition.
Yeah, you sound fine.
We've gone.
Sure.
We've gone from GameCube into Switch.
I've been
Wow.
playing Sonic
Wow.
Generations.
What a
Oh,
week.
okay.
Alright, so I think this is gonna be the part of the conference we spend at least a whole 3 hours on, maybe.
Oh,
No. Please, no.
oh yes.
The
I've
fact
been
that I
looking
have
forward
to be
to
here.
this one. I know. And I say this now. I know that there's one part of the Nintendo conference that me and Jason are looking forward to saying our 2 cents about.
Fire port?
That's the direct port.
Yes, yes, because that's exactly what we wanted for.
Oh gosh.
Okay. All right, so let's start
Damn it,
talking
it's
about.
ruined.
I
Let's
just
talk- let's
realized
talk
I need a
about,
controller to play this game.
Let's talk about the winner of E3, Nintendo.
Yep.
All right,
Okay,
so
we're out the gate, aren't we?
Like I said, Square was so close.
they were close.
If only it
Okay.
wasn't for Circle.
Their
Bloody
rival
hell.
company.
yeah. Yeah. All right, so Nintendo, of course, has their directs because they don't do live stages anymore.
Goodness.
So they started off with the second Spider's Pass character, which is the hero.
From Dragon.
It's the Android 17. Yeah.
They got,
from,
they got 17
Future
Goku.
Gohan.
yeah, Gohan and Trunks. This is the closest we'll ever get to Goku in Smash.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Square actually decided to put in some representation.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it looks at least a bit better than Final Fantasy got, which is saying a hell of a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, let's at least hope that
So
there's
we're
one
doing
of these songs.
generations now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just sorting it out.
All I can say is I hope that there isn't 2 songs again.
No,
Even
we're
if it was-
we're gonna get 3 songs this time.
Ooh. Where's
Even if
Careful,
it was
that's Square
just
Enix.
2 songs, it would at least be orchestrated stuff because it seems like Nintendo actually negotiated.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I feel like they use like because I know like they use the orchestrated remixes of some of the Dragon Quest themes in the trailer.
Are those made
You know-
for Ultimate or are they
Alternate, yeah, they're alternate costumes.
No. He said Ultimate. I think
He said
No,
song.
Heroes
are those remixes made for Ultimate or are they carried from other games?
I
It's
think they
carried
were
over-
ripped from.
it's their
I think they were ripped from 11.
If they're
Okay.
carried over, they're either from like the modern ones or like or Fortune Street.
Taken from Dragon Quest 11. Like one of the tracks is actually a remix of a Dragon Quest 3 track that got remixed in Dragon Quest 11.
I think it's
I
like
can't
pretty
talk.
I think it's pretty much the main theme or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, alright.
Can we tell we have not played Dragon Quest?
No,
Yeah, we're-
the game's
yeah,
up,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, when the trailer started, I saw Darkon. I was just like, are we getting some kind of expansion to World of Light?
Oh God, no!
Oh,
Please,
yeah.
no!
Yeah, but
No, they
I can't believe they
can't.
No,
I can't believe they spoiled World of Light like that.
Oh yeah. How you think about it? Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because like it's spoiled World of Light.
Haven't even
Spoiler,
finished
Dark
it yet.
Optics is-
To be fair, as far as people know it, as far as probably most Westerners know, it's something from Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
I think that was the
Yeah, and,
Fair
the
enough, I don't-
and
I don't know.
Westerners were salty as shit.
Hoes mad,
And
hoes mad.
not everyone. I
hoes
saw-
mad.
I was
No, it's just
The Nintendo World crowd was fine.
Yeah,
no, it's just when it came to the response to the Dragon Quest, it was a complete opposite reaction. In Japan, they went crazy over it because Dragon Quest
Well,
is
yeah,
like the second coming.
Yeah.
It's because
yeah.
Dragon Quest in Japan is the second coming of Christ. In
Yeah,
America,
yeah.
it's very niche, and people were like, "Anime sword fighter, fuck this game."
I had
You said Megami Tensei, which says something.
yeah.
I had no real like feelings towards it because I was like when I saw it happen, it's like okay, I guess like people are alright. This is actually a thing. Like nothing was really surprising to me about it because I kind of expected Dragon Quest to eventually get a character.
Especially since,
Yeah.
in terms of quote-unquote leaks, it was a consistent name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Erdrick. I mean, they
Yeah.
were half right.
Yeah,
Eh,
they were
like-
they were mostly right.
Yeah, Erdrick is in there.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
And
no,
the co-
Goku's there.
What's the
Yeah.
name of it? What's it called? What's it called? The what?
For
Hero.
what? The Android 17 looking guy?
Luminary.
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 Right. Yeah, at this point, I'm. Is it the sword or?
I don't know if that's the sword or the name of or the
or maybe
title he has.
I think
Name of the
if I remember
character
the
is
title,
Luminary.
if I remember the Luminary is the title.
Luminary is the title of the character, not the name of the weapon.
So I guess you can just class like the Joker to whatever his actual name is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say. Yeah, Dragon Quest was a frequent top subject.
Yeah.
For like the last year, and it was tiring. And I'm happy that we just ripped the band off finally.
Honestly, because I,
mean-
didn't know anything about Dragon Quest, I just kind of wrote it off as hackers just trying, as people just trying to convince everybody, hey, it's gonna be a thing, trust me.
Yeah, like-
Well, it's not even just
the
that.
falling of it. It's pretty
Yeah.
clear why.
Yeah, that's
they-
why
they said that.
it's one of those things where like it's so popular in Japan, and it's like again,
The West
it's like
has a habit of forgetting that there are countries other than America and England and Russia. And
Pretty-
they only
yeah.
just
That's
acknowledge
fucking,
Russia.
That's fucking accurate.
Yeah.
yeah.
In all fairness, Japan gets very well served in Smash Bros. By virtue of
Yeah.
being a Japanese series.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if we're believed to be true, isn't like Bayonetta, like when Bayonetta got in, wasn't it majority a European vote?
Yeah.
Apparently.
If we're to believe that, most of the vote was European, right?
Apparently, the thing with that though is that apparently Bayonetta was chosen only just weeks after the ballot was even a thing. So I feel like it was kind of like
I think the ballot went towards Ultimate.
I imagine, and I imagine the ballot itself was kind of front loaded with votes early on anyway. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, there's a bunch of soul votes in that, like right away.
yeah.
Shrek.
But I feel like
Goku.
I feel
I-
like they should have
Correct.
like given it a bit more time before they actually they fully decided on Bayonetta though, because
Nowadays,
a couple weeks.
You done too much Shaggy, probably.
Yeah, but a couple weeks is way too short of a time to decide though.
Yeah.
they had to get development started though, because
I'll give you that. Yeah.
oh dear. So
Like-
say that I kind of enjoyed the Heroes trailer more than I did the other
Right,
guy's
don't say-
trailer,
yeah,
even though
don't
it's
say
kind of
anything.
slick.
Yeah,
There was
in terms
more
of like
to show off in the Heroes trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in terms of like the trailer itself, it was really well choreographed and
Yeah.
put together.
Right.
I do because like I do like his moves, like how he can choose different spells and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be so weird.
Yeah, like having a drop down menu thing for Smash, like
Yeah.
gosh.
I don't really have any. Okay, I don't have a connection with the hero whatsoever, but I am
Yeah.
interested in seeing how he plays.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm a weirdo. I think I'm going to be using every. If I ever actually do play Heroes seriously, I'm probably going to be using every other alt instead of a Luminary.
Well, we're all gonna call a color eventually, a costume eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I really
looks
do like.
a-
It is really nice to see Toriyama's art in Smash Brothers, though.
Yeah.
The closest we're gonna get to Goku.
Or
Yep.
Chrono Trigger.
That
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
Life harder, Jason. Right, aside from Sugiyama having to be involved.
Oh,
and
actually, that
my
reminds
own
me.
apathy.
They could do a Chrono Knee costume.
That's
Thank
true.
you. Yeah, my only gripe with Dragon Quest content in Smash Bros. Beyond my own apathy for the IP and Sugiyama being involved is that we don't have any female heroes. Like, Erdrick and Solo do
Weird.
have female counterparts in their own game.
Dragon Quest games at all?
Erdrick and the green-haired one, Solo, do have female counterparts in their games.
Oh, so it's like there's like a male-female option.
Quest 3 was pretty revolutionary for its time, having an actual female option in 1988.
Mm,
Dude,
Wow.
you see how big it was for Persona 3 when they add the female protagonist. It's like that's why people really want one in another Persona game.
mm.
I think when developers offer female options, I think people tend to really latch onto them because
Well, females are more interesting in general, if you will.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, it basically goes with something like, have you guys ever played like Pokemon Sun and Moon?
No.
No.
Let's just say this: the amount of cost of outfit options that the girl has over the boy is absurd.
Well, that's just women fashion in general.
Yeah, that's just
Regardless,
in general, but I think,
because
yeah, I think
customization is one of the big things in that one. It's just like, why am I even bothering if I have so restricted options to play? You know what I mean?
well,
Yeah.
that's
Fiction in
just women. That's just women in general, though.
I think fiction in
But
general.
no, it
kind of-
shouldn't be. Actually, if you want to start talking about the bullshit in the lack of options between men's and women's fashion, I'm not even talking like base things. Like, if you're a man and you want to go wear a skirt, wear a skirt. They're called kilts. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is the fact that you get jeans and a t-shirt. and you get one, and you buy it off the internet. That's all I can really say about that without going into a full rant that would take us completely off topic.
Yeah, we're getting off topic now.
Yeah.
Fiction in general tends to kind of treat men like treat men like generic. Like compare.
Yeah.
Dude, you just see the male Saiyan hair compared to the female ones in Xenoverse.
Yeah.
Like Jared, like you see how like limited it is.
Yeah.
It's all just like character hair from the like every other character hair, whereas the female ones are just like so wide and varied.
TV trope said it best. Men are generic, women are special.
Alright, well.
It's the reason why I rarely play as male anymore in games to give me an option.
Alright, well, can we just move on from this topic, please?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Anyway,
What was up next?
Hero,
Yeah.
we'll see how he goes. Moving
Um,
What was up to Hero?
Doug,
The
Doug
Doug Bowser thing.
yeah, I loved that bit.
Oh, that was adorable.
Yeah.
So, that people say just and then he's just like, no, you got the wrong Bowser, and he's just like, "What?"
Oh yeah, Doug Bowser. Yeah, that's how they introduced like Doug Bowser to the community.
Yeah, that was great.
I love that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Doug
Bowser
Bowser
was
at all
trying
Japan.
to conference.
Yeah, because like he knows he knew the joke, so he just runs with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
Bowser would snap his fingers like the Switch noise.
yeah.
Man, I wonder how that would have been for the Japanese audience, because I wonder if that would have even made sense for them.
That's what I was wondering, because I think he's just called
when they say
Koopa
his
in
name.
Japan.
No, because in Japan, Bowser's Koopa.
Well, I doubt they don't know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but still.
The joke makes perfect sense to us, and I think, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna assume that at least the majority of the Japanese know about the translated name.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah,
Or
and
the last name rather.
yeah, and
Right.
going back to like Doug Bowser just like running with the jokes, like at the Mario Maker 2 Invitational when he presented the trophy, the award to the winner, he was wearing a Bowser Jr. shirt.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
we know he's just gonna start wearing a lot of Bowser merch and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
I love
Forget-
this Twitter
I'm waiting
image
for his
where
office to have a giant statue of Bowser.
you're
Yeah.
right. I love how one of his first things on Twitter when he became the president.
Oh yeah, somebody stole my office.
Yeah, and it's just a Bowser Jr. plushie. That was adorable.
and like and his Twitter name is even the true Bowser.
Brilliant. I love that they
Bowser
just.
for next Mario game.
I love that
Part of me
they're
wants-
just
part of
running
me-
it.
Part of me wants me to say Miyamoto's husband.
I'm
Favorite.
Wow.
No, you guys remember that one? You
I-
remember that little
Yeah.
joke with like, who's
I
the
remember.
mother?
And he just points to
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Wait, when did I start playing Sonic 06?
What? Oh,
Oh,
right.
I think he's. I'm gonna randomly assume he's in
Crescent City.
Let's see.
My favorite thing, the one thing I'll always remember about Doug Bowser, the one thing I'll always remember about Doug Bowser when he first joined Nintendo is when I'm not sure if it's a tweet, but he put up some picture of himself like posing in
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Mario Luigi Plus. He's tied up with GameCube controllers.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll say, yeah, Doug Bowser's already a welcome addition to the Nintendo community.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that
Sure.
Yeah.
joke only happened because E3 is a pretty Western-focused event, so they could get away with a localization joke.
Yeah,
Mm.
pretty much.
Are we done with Doug or?
Yeah, I think so. Like, what else did they show
Dragon
off?
Quest 11.
Yeah, they showed Dragon Quest 11 again. I think like didn't they also show off a bit of Cadence of Hyrule?
Oh yeah,
They
they,
did.
That was
yeah,
later.
that game's.
later.
Mm.
Yeah, that was later. I know they showed off Link's Awakening, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay,
That's
well,
cute.
I never. Okay, so
Yeah, I already beat it.
I'll briefly discuss the Link's Awakening remake because I tried playing the original a while back and I just couldn't finish it.
I never.
No, I needed
never-
the guide to finish it, but yeah, I finished it.
I thought that game was a slog to play, and I was like, no.
Link's
I'm not finishing it.
Awakening. Link's
Link's
Awakening.
Awakening is not a
Okay.
slog to play. It's great fun.
It was to me.
In
Yeah,
what sense?
probably
In
didn't
what-
get past the very beginning.
No. I just really hated the whole shield and sword situation.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
that-
that makes sense.
Oh,
Okay,
hated it.
okay, yeah, because that's the main thing that people say are the issue. That's fixed.
That's a balance.
Equipment management, right?
Wait, what
Yeah.
was the
Yeah,
problem
that
with the
was-
shield and the sword? Because I thought it
The-
worked
You
fine.
had to take them off individually.
Yeah, they were-
The thing with the items in that game is that you barely had any buttons for the was it
Game
You
Boy.
had A and B.
Game
You worked with it.
Yeah, but how
What?
can you do everything else?
Yeah, that's
you
the
open
that's
the
the
menu.
thing.
You learn how to open the menu quick, and you organize your inventory to what suits you.
You had,
Yeah, but-
you'd have to sacrifice one
It's-
button
it's-
for the situation and
it-
constantly
it's-
back and forth. It's like a full game issue with like the pausing thing with the water, pausing and flipping your boots off in the water temple.
Yeah, that was the main
I
issue.
literally
Pretty
never
much.
had a problem.
Well, it's
Well,
not
that's
really.
the me problem.
It's,
Well,
it's not
actually,
really.
not-
It's more of a pacing issue and
Yeah.
a comparison of the other Zelda games where you have more options to put your items on, and like your sword and shield were just inherent upgrades to your character. They weren't things you had
Right.
to equip.
It's like the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. It's like why the water temple wasn't as much an issue there was because you had more buttons to put the things on, including the iron boots.
Yeah,
So,
because
like, you could just take them on and off there, and it keeps the pace going at it.
yeah, because like my only real issue with the water temple in the original was the whole like switching the boots on and off thing. The actual temple itself, I think, is honestly one of the best in the game.
Even better in the Monster Afterclick version, actually.
I do like the
Yeah.
create a dungeon thing they have going.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Dungeon.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, I just realized like people could probably like recreate the original Zelda 1 dungeons, and you have to remember one of them is a swastika dungeon.
Oh
Yes.
boy, here we
Oh,
go.
boy.
Yeah,
Right.
I knew people were gonna. Yeah, people. Yeah, now you bring it, and knowing the community.
It's gonna happen.
Like,
That'll be the
like,
first
like,
dungeon.
I hate communities to a degree, especially nowadays, because like just, if you want a good example, go look at anything on like Smash Bros. Shared content.
Well, that's
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
all the asses.
Yeah,
Look at
or like,
all these
like
penises.
there have been times I just see pictures of like the girl characters just like on the ground. They're like,
yeah. I've seen a lot of those kinds of things.
This is what we
I just sometimes I just. So sorry, Scrappy, but I was just gonna say I sometimes I just look at Smash Shared content. It just start laughing my head off because it's so ridiculous.
I'm
lost
like,
Miiverse for
where's
this.
Going?
Yeah.
So anyway, Link's Awakening looks pretty promising.
They should have
I-
just
I-
let
yeah.
us swear, and then we
I'll
wouldn't
play
have
it.
made maps which the map in its entirety was the word for.
Since we're not going in order.
Yeah. Well,
Luigi's Mansion 3.
well,
uh,
before
Oh
we
yeah,
do-
that
before-
that
well, well, before we,
Okay.
I feel like we kind of rushed through Link's Awakening though. Like, what did you guys think about like the new art style and all that?
I like
I
it.
think it's fine.
I like it.
I
Yeah,
think it
it's fine.
suits. Yeah, I think it suits the whole spoilers. I guess the whole like dream kind of.
The game's over 20 years old. I don't think anyone cares about spoilers for
I
that.
only knew
You-
about that because I beat it.
You'd be surprised actually because there are some people even games like really old they'll still get in your case if you spoil things without warning.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a case
I
by
mean-
case basis.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give. I'll give them amount of fairness. If it's for something that recently came out, that's fine. But if it's over like, if it's like over 20, yeah.
Is the point,
Yeah.
like,
It
Yeah,
depends.
if it's
It also
something
depends on the
genuine-
game though.
yeah, true. Yeah, that is true because for a game like Mother 3 that's like over 10 years old, I'm pretty sure
It's also the fact that not everyone has access to like an emulator or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But point is though, like some people generally just prefer having an actual warning. That's why you see it in a lot of videos nowadays.
Yeah.
But no, Link's Awakening looks promising. I'm excited to play this for the first time because I've heard that this is I've heard that this is a lot of people's favorite Zelda or favorite 2D Zelda.
At this
Um,
point,
yeah.
favorite Zelda game is a meaningless title to me because it changes all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
true, but I'm interested to see like what all the fuss is about, basically.
One thing that I will hope for is that like if this game does sell well, I hope this leads to the Oracle games getting remade in the
that
same
Nintendo
fashion.
version never got made.
We had to
That'd be
get
cool.
Capcom back for that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Yeah,
like
so-
because I definitely enjoyed playing Oracle of Ages. I have still yet to play Oracle of Seasons.
Okay, so now can we talk about Luigi's Mansion 3?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that game.
Well, wait,
That-
was
that
one
was-
first or the thing that
That
made it
came
good?
that came before the Link's Awakening.
Yeah, we're going
Uh,
completely
Right
out
after the
of
Dragon Quest stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Luigi's Mansion 3 looks great. The trailer itself, like after watching actual like gameplay footage and all that, the trailer itself was honestly kind of crap in hindsight. But yeah, the game.
This is why I never say based off first impressions on the first trailer. That's
Well,
why I never
this
say
is
that.
this is technically the second trailer, but still, it's still like compared to the first trailer though. This looks like it was a massive jump in quality. Like if you like
Yeah.
comparison, like the game just visually like looks a lot more impressive now that there's more lighting going on, like and just general quality of textures and stuff. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played a Luigi's Mansion game. I know that might sound sacrilege for the original, but I haven't had the opportunity to play it. And I hear
Yeah.
the 3DS remake is kind of hard to play a little bit.
I would recommend the GameCube
I
version of
never
the
got it.
original.
Yeah.
So I think I'll check. I feel like I have to play the first two games before I go into this one because it just feels weird going to the third game first.
I would recommend the first game. The second one is a good game, but that's
Wait, has
basically
Luigi
it.
still not gotten all of those ghosts out of his mansion?
Red
And he's
Mansion.
going to a hotel in this game. So why isn't this
Yeah.
called
Hotel.
Hotel Luigi?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the true sequel. This
Because the
is a sequel to
CDI.
This is a sequel to Hotel Mario. We've all been looking.
Nice of Professor Regad to invite us over to his hotel, eh, Mario?
Mario?
Yeah, Mario.
Yep.
I hope you made lots of spaghetti.
Gosh, there's gonna be so many shows about that when the game comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's not.
The game
Also-
gallery Mario voice acting is weird.
Also, like, one thing that I love that they did, I think Next Level Games or whatever, literally went onto forums to see like what people's issues with Luigi's Mansion 2 were. It was like, we don't like the mission structure, we don't like that there weren't any portrait ghosts, and all this other stuff. So it's like, okay, so let's make it one big mansion or one big hotel in this case again. Let's bring back the portrait ghosts, so in this game's case, the character ghosts. And yeah,
Alright, that's good.
yeah, it looks pretty good. Like you see, I've seen like a decent amount of gameplay from like Treehouse, and like, yeah, it's
Also, Luigi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And pull
So,
the cannon.
how much hentai is of that already?
Probably a lot.
Well, of course,
More than Nessa.
Of course, Powerpuff would be
Well,
canon.
If you're talking about Luigi, then that's been around since the 3DS version of Luigi Mansion 1.
oh yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
but now it's a big deal.
I guess like I'll also for some reason it confirms that Luigi is
What?
Luigi is edible, so you can eat him.
That's
My
disturbing.
Yep, that
Yummy.
just yeah.
Don't know
no.
why, but you can.
Don't know why you want to do that.
Yeah.
I can give you a reason, but you don't want me to say it on your podcast.
Gosh.
Yeah, can we not?
Honestly, I'd
Animation.
rather not.
Anyways, guy.
Oh, well,
The
it was still on Luigi Mansion animation-wise. I don't have any issues with that because Next Level Games still did really good with how expressive everything was in Luigi's Mansion 2.
Yeah.
That's
one
what I
thing
was-
also. Huh?
It's about to praise Next Level Games for the animations in this game.
Yeah, because they've always been great at that.
Like, one of my favorite things in Luigi's Mansion 2 is just the little dancey thing when he got the pulse and stuff.
Yeah. I love that. And also the fact that this game officially just has the best tutorial ever made because you literally it's literally just you playing with the pulse.
Yeah.
Torturing.
Alright, well, Luigi's Mansion 3 looks pretty promising.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm trying to remember what else Nintendo had at E3.
Well, they
Animal Crossing.
Green Hill
Not
Zone
yet.
remastered.
not yet, not
Not
yet.
yet.
I know, there was
There's No More Heroes 3.
Oh yeah, No
yeah,
More
there's
Heroes
No More
3.
Heroes 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Treehouse
Did we already have that?
Oh,
No,
Treehouse.
That was Travis.
Travis Strikes Back.
that's
Yeah,
not the
Travis
third
Strikes.
game.
Yeah, that's like a spin-off.
The only thing I
Right,
have to
it's
say
like-
about that. Okay,
Kingdom Hearts. Travis like that. If you will.
the only thing I know about. The only thing I can say about No More Heroes 3 is that they had a Marvel Studios style Travis touchdown will return at the end.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
One of my favorite bits in that trailer was they reenacted one of the first two things in the first game.
I mean, it's
The
been
whole
like
thing where he lands
nearly a
down
decade
and
since the
slices
last
their
game.
heads off, and then like that's straight from the first. That's straight from the first game. The very first impression you get of Travis.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Cool.
But although he didn't say "fuckhead" as soon as he did that.
Also, when can we expect Travis touchdown in Smash?
When can we
Mm.
expect
Love that,
Travis Town
actually.
in Smash?
If there's any Emery character I would like, it's definitely him.
I
Yeah,
already
right.
have a couple of them.
Character
Yeah,
pack, character pack 5, please.
That'd be pretty
Dude,
lame.
I would not mind Travis touchdown at all.
I
wouldn't
feel
mind
like
them, but I don't know about the last guy.
yeah, I feel like the last person will be like something huge.
Doomslayer.
No, I don't even. I don't
The
even
Cyber
think-
Demon.
The did show
Yes.
at E3 would be the big dude.
Just the BFG 9000 with arms and legs.
Well, I mean,
I played.
Oh, main it.
Oh god.
if that actually happens, though, like, God.
I'm making a joke.
Yep.
No, I know, but like, if it actually happens,
You never know with Sakurai.
Yeah.
I,
Even
don't
though-
know, I
even though
honestly
we-
don't know how I feel about that.
Sakurai is one of the most unpredictable people I know.
Yeah. Oh, and Hideo Kojima.
Oh yeah, right.
For
Kojima
better or
is
worse.
lighter.
Oh wait, no, that's Gojira.
Kojima's the fighter.
Yeah.
But we already
like
have-
Reggie
we already have
Fils-Aimé
three
for
bits.
Smash.
Yeah. And like one thing that I going off topic a bit, one thing that I do kind of like about Kojima lately is that like whenever he tweets about a movie, if there's like a paragraph after he says, "Oh, I saw this movie," you know it's good. But if he just says "saw this movie" and nothing else, it's not very good.
Tuh.
Because he had a lot to say about Avengers game and how much he enjoyed it. Same goes for the Godzilla movie, and then you just saw Captain Marvel and saw MIB International and nothing else.
Apparently, MIB International is average.
It's Thor Ragnarok, but shit, it's normal for Sony. Moving on.
Anyways, what else we got Nintendo?
Did I already mention the Panzer Dragoon remake? No, I don't think I.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but I got sidetracked. Anyway, yeah, Panzer Dragoon. I mean, I haven't played the original, but I had.
That took me by surprise.
I've had
Those
some.
are expensive if you try and buy those. Why did no one tell me about Panzer Dragoon?
I've had some interest.
They're saving you the money, Joey.
No, what I'm saying is when I was asking about when E3 actually happened, no one thought of it to be a big deal.
Well, it kind of wasn't really presented as one.
But it
No,
is a big deal.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Can I finish my thought, please? What I was saying was like I had some interest in Panzer Dragoon after I was introduced to it through Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed. So like I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how the game plays.
to me, it basically looks like Star Fox, and
Yeah, Star Fox was
Oh,
like
yep. After playing the Star Fox series, I'm down for that because that gameplay style is really fun.
all right.
Yeah, this looks like it could be a good time.
Yeah. What else did they talk about that deserves mention?
I guess
before-
just quickly, just talking about some of the ports. Got Witcher 3 is
Oh
getting
right.
out,
Yeah,
Spyro,
ports.
Spyro Reignited is getting ported.
Yeah, Super Lucky's Tale is getting ported.
Mm,
Another Microsoft game, and the Microsoft guys are like, wait, that's illegal.
this is illegal.
It would be if they weren't working together.
Pretty much.
I'm just hoping that Ori gets support soon.
Yeah.
It's already on it, isn't it?
No, that's probably Cuphead you're thinking of.
Yeah. But I don't think there was anything else that I quite remember that they shown off.
I think we covered most of the big ones.
Well, there
Yeah.
was one more big one.
Yeah.
Solid
Well,
Snake,
Resident
Solid
Evil
Snake.
one.
Well, but before we go into the last, oh well, there's a couple of big ones actually, but
Breath of the Wild.
Well,
Not for the Wild 2.
I think we should save that for later.
Okay.
There was
Ghost of the Tame.
God, there was something else on the tip of my tongue.
Mario Sonic.
All right.
Oh yeah, we can cover that
Right.
for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
Actually,
Mario-
Actually, got his mood leaked.
God.
Yeah. They
That's-
they-
it-
they-
one.
If they make another party game without an online, then they're doing something wrong, and someone should actually tell them what they're doing wrong. because
I think
clearly
they-
don't.
They
It does-
confirmed it. It's online.
Yeah, but to what extent? Is it just the mini games individually, or is the actual game online?
Well,
The
the
games
Olymp-
are just mini games.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
No, I
Joey,
mean the
like-
actual thing rather than just pick mini game and play.
well,
That's what the
basi-
game already is.
That's all it is.
That's basically what the Mario Sonic Olympic games have always
Mario Party,
been, Joey.
I
Joey.
swear they used to have a fucking story.
Kind
The
of.
handheld
There's
versions.
there's like a mode like that, but
Yeah.
apparently it's okay.
Yeah, there's like a festival mode in the Winter Olympics, but like it wouldn't even matter if that's online because it's single player anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
All I'm saying is, you know how Mario Party didn't have the actual
Well-
board game for the online.
Well, that's also Nintendo. This is Sega, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sega.
And I honestly trust Sega more with that than Nintendo.
Yeah. Honestly, like the
Think
2020
Sega was a bad idea.
because like the 2020 Olympics, it looks fine. It looks solid, but one thing that I really want to know is the Dream event. Yeah, that's all I really care about. All they
Dream events back. 'cause
that's
they
all
were-
they need to do is just bring back the Dream events, and you've got your and it's sold. I'll just
Yeah.
Yeah.
just take my
The
money.
game itself, like the
Only
normal,
one. Good enough.
the normal events look really good. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
will say
like-
that.
Because it looks like they. I feel like the fact that they didn't make an Olympic game last year was really like given them time to actually make this game decent, because the last couple of
Yeah.
Olympic games have just been kind of
Eh.
just kind of exist.
They only
Yeah,
make
'cause,
one
like-
every 4 years anyway.
No, they've made it one like
Every couple years in order to tie in with the Winter and Summer Olympics.
yeah, and
'Cause,
they
like-
skipped out on the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because only like the 2010 Olympics and the 2012 Olympics are the ones worth getting.
Yeah,
Essentially.
Yeah, those are the only ones worth the damn.
yeah, 2010 and 2012. Yeah.
I just hate what the concept became, more or less.
Yeah.
Well, the
You mean
decent-
the only good Mario sports games left?
You're gonna go that far?
Yes.
Okay, well I won't argue against that because I don't really care about the Mario sports games.
I like Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, Aces was alright.
I need to play that.
Is there what else is there that we
Well,
have?
you guys haven't talked about Animal Crossing yet.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Well, in that case,
We skipped Pokemon over entirely.
Pokemon's Pokemon.
no one cares. Moving on.
Well, a lot of people
Do
give a
it.
fuck. That's
I
why
mean, they already
Pokemon's
did it
Pokemon.
already.
I'm joking.
Do Animal Crossing first, then do Pokemon.
All right.
There's
Yeah.
nothing to say about Pokemon at this point, is there?
Well, I
You
mean,
watched the Direct Hub?
yeah, like
but whatever.
They have a bike that works on water.
they showed,
Professor
like
Oak
they showed off mostly the stuff that they showed up in the direct. So there's almost nothing new aside from a few new gym trainers. One of which, like, one of which got like a lot of fan out on Twitter, and people have been slacking the artists. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them, by the way, for what they have to go through because we're like, oh, you drew Nessa the wrong skin shade. I'm fixing it for you. No need to thank me, yo.
God.
When in actuality they're just using
Like that.
they're just doing dramatic lighting. Like how they're doing dramatic lighting, but people's like, oh, you drew the skin tone wrong, so I'm gonna fix it for you. Thankfully,
They-
Situation,
Hang on, guys,
the
guys,
situ-
guys,
They're literally
guys,
the
can I
worst
properly
people.
say, fuck off those people.
Exactly.
Hold it. The situation is a bit fraught. And there is a legitimate problem with people lightening dark characters' skin in fan art.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
when
but
you're
then there's
not
also
throwing
an
it back
equal
at-
problem with people. Alright,
It's more so our criticism. It's just like you're getting.
Not-
it's
it-
like you're.
I'm gonna bring
But,
up
like-
a really touchy subject, and actually there is a reality
Can
we
where
not?
dark people in
Can we
real
not,
life have
please?
lighter shades on their hands. But
Believe me, we've been
people,
here for an hour
but
if
other
Maddie was
white
here.
people tend to say that you're white to washing other races, regardless of any facts, and try to cause a massive uproar about it when someone is actually drawing a realistic dark-skinned human with the lighter hands, which is a thing.
Because like
Oh, God.
these people seem to forget that dramatic lighting is a thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, dramatic lighting as well, that is also a thing, yes. It's like, if you're in a dark room, you're going to look darker. If you're in a light room, you're going to look lighter.
Yeah.
Exactly. But one thing I will say is that some Twitter artists are like are retaliating by drawing Nessa completely white just to say F you.
Okay, see, that's just petty. Like, you're not
I mean-
helping.
Well, it's also that's a get.
No.
That's just a joke at this point. It's like those,
Yeah,
like
That's
yeah,
just being a dick. Let's not lie
No,
to ourselves.
No, it's like when Insomniac and like did that. You know how like people were complaining about in Spider-Man PS4 how like the trailer had like all that water in that one spot that people were complaining.
Oh, that was
Jason, stop it! I'm gonna stop you right there because you're gonna give me horrible flashbacks.
that was.
Oh, God.
That was.
No,
Man, I'm not sure why we should be.
All I'm gonna say is like I like the joke that they did where they just like put like little stickers over the thing like we fixed it.
I'm not sure why we're comparing skin color to puddles, but okay.
Well,
like, let's
no,
move on.
it's just it's the reaction to the backlash is the thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
not necessarily the comparison.
Pardon me for a moment. What did you say, Mai?
Okay, now with that out of the way, can we just that out of the way? Let's move on to Animal. Let's just
Yeah,
move on to
that
Animal.
was a
Animal Crossing
massive-
instead of
Okay,
Animal
problems
Crossing,
in
yes.
Yeah.
Alpha
Last
Industry.
thing I'll say about the Pokemon thing is I'm glad that they brought Roku Sieges over from Fire Emblem Heroes. Anyways.
I just like the idea that it's going like open world now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we didn't
I-
even talk about the game itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
oh.
I mean, enough. Orbit Treehouse.
Yeah.
Anyways, Animal Crossing. Me and Xavier.
Oh, yeah, we are like the big Animal Crossing fans. This was the one thing aside from Smash Bros that I cared
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most
Yeah, like,
about.
Yeah, our
Mm.
reaction was pretty much equal to how when Isabella got announced with Smash, me and him were the ones,
Very much.
yeah, we were the ones freaking out. Everybody's like, nice, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we're just like, yes, finally.
Mhm.
And like this and like because like Animal Crossing New Horizons, I love the concept of it because like this time you're on an island. You're starting
Yeah.
completely from scratch. You got to make your town from the ground up, and there's so many different changes that only me and Jason, as Animal Crossing fans, can appreciate.
Yeah, like you don't know how much that we can appreciate just how segmented you can move your furniture in your house. That alone,
Yeah. Yeah, that.
it sounds like such a small thing, but to us it's like a major deal.
You ever
That
heard
makes-
of The
that-
Sims?
That makes decorating the house so much more easier and more like it gives us more potential.
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
I think you guys would like The Sims.
I haven't tried a Sims, but
I
But I mean, like-
played Sims 1 and 2. They're fun.
Yeah,
things
'cause I
to
mean,
mess
like-
around in.
One really big change that I definitely like is the fact that like in addition to you being able to place your house wherever you want, before the villagers place the houses wherever they want, they let you know if it's in a good spot, so they won't accidentally ruin any landscaping ideas you may have.
Yeah, I've had that. Like the fact that you can make villagers like put the houses in specific places is like a godsend.
The
Yeah.
smallest things that we can
It's
appreciate.
it's literally the smallest details that I love the most about it. Like, 'cause I mean, I actually I like how detailed. I like how detailed. Like, I like how the hair for how their hair looks now. I like how like there's like subtle like wind. How like you can see like the leaves and all the trees going with the winds and everything. Almost everything has real time drop shadows. There's Northern.
Yeah.
There's Northern and Southern hemisphere modes for people
Yeah.
who.
So you can set so
Whoa.
it's just like even what?
You're suddenly
yeah.
super loud.
Yeah.
But
Whoa,
also terrible audio quality. I missed
What?
you,
That's
Jason.
weird. Hang on. Any better?
No.
No.
I moved off. I had to move off my laptop for a moment.
Then move it back.
I can't because I'm walking away from the laptop. I tell you on my phone for a little bit. I'll go back to it soon.
All right. But yeah, like,
Just turn me down a little bit, I guess, if that works.
but yeah, okay. But yeah, basically, yeah. What I was saying was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, some of the really quality of life changes. Although they are small, they are very very significant because
Mhm.
like, I honestly like even though like the game had to be delayed, that's fine because Nintendo even explains that the reason they delayed it was to ensure that the developers have an easy work-life balance because game developers are people too. You got to remember that.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they are people. I mean, it's like they're like other companies nowadays. They just rush out their shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
because
And
that's
they're time crunch. That's what it's crunch.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because
Really? I
that's
thought it was called BioWare Magic.
because like that's the one thing that I definitely got appreciate.
I think Jim Sterling made a good point about it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he pointed that Nintendo cares about their companies, their employees, and making sure that the quality is like exactly what they want for release. So it's like we're
Pretty
not
much.
gonna sacrifice one just for the other or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, they care about the products and also like their employees. So like if the game has to get delayed, then it gets delayed.
yeah,
Right. Look at Metroid Prime 4.
yeah,
Well, that's
definitely
also like
got a problem.
Still, they stuck with them. They switched to a new thing rather a new
Yeah.
team rather
Yeah,
than just stuck with what they had.
Yeah, I like the philosophy or whatever you call it, where it's
Yeah.
like this what we're making doesn't live up to the trilogy, so we're just gonna give it to the guys that know what they're doing and start from scratch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, much better.
Oh, I need to turn you off again.
Anyways, but like one of the biggest examples of Nintendo treating their employees right that I remember is when the Wii U wasn't doing so hot in terms of sales. So Satoru Iwata cut his salary in half to ensure no one got cut. To ensure no one got.
That was a 3DS actually.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, it was. Well,
Either way, Iwata's a saint.
yeah.
There was one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you remember that joke that Nintendo made about the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo 3DS being able to work together in the same time because they're completely different consoles?
Lol.
Same third stuff they said for GB and DS. Like, take it with a grain of salt.
The GBA
Yeah.
and the DS will exist at the same time. That's not how console transition works.
That was their safety net in case the DS failed. If the DS failed, they stuck with the Game Boy
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
That
basically it.
pretty much.
The Switch
And,
failed, they stuck with the DS line.
3DS had a good life though, but I think
Yeah,
this
3DS
time
is
is gone. And it's-
Right. I will say, by the way, Persona Q2 wasn't a good thing to end the game on. And just system on.
I've been sitting
Technic-
down for too long, so I'm gonna walk around for a moment. Be
It's a
honest.
really good game, and although I can tell like they didn't, although I can tell like there wasn't too much budget with this one because it's the last one, so I doubt people are going to like completely give it attention.
Yeah, and I think it's a good time to start 3DS development because, like, sales wise, like, I've heard like the recent stuff has been performing really badly. Like, I've heard the Bowser's Inside Story remake sold like really poorly.
Oof.
This game's and the Persona Q2 also sold really bad in Japan.
Yeah, that's like
And
it's
even though I think it's a mostly Japanese game. Is the thing.
Yeah, I think that these are like signs where it's just like, yeah,
We're done. It's done.
yeah, there's no point in developing for the 3DS anymore because no one's gonna keep buying this stuff.
Oh,
Big
dear.
sad.
Yeah.
Again, it had a good life. But,
Yeah, the 3DS definitely had a good run.
I'm gonna say,
Do you know there was a
happy
Smash Bros. Game for the 3DS?
sold more than pretty much any other Smash Bros. Game.
Not Ultimate.
Well, yeah.
Ultimate, are you gonna say?
Yeah, I gotta remember the fact that you gotta remember the fact that within the first 3 months, Ultimate outsold the Wii.
The Wii
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, it outsold the Wii itself.
No, it didn't. You're talking about
Oh,
Brawl.
dude, this is
Wait,
Brawl.
what?
Brawl.
Wait, what?
You're thinking about Brawl, man.
No, I'm pretty sure. I thought Ultimate outsold the Wii itself.
No.
No.
Oh, wait,
That-
no,
the
no,
Wii itself, because that
It
that's
outsold the Wii U.
the
It outsold the
Wii.
yeah, that's it outsold the Wii.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say because that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Does the Switch now have like more sales than the Wii itself?
I wouldn't be.
That's
Not yet.
Getting there.
Because that's
I
like
don't know.
that's like one of the most like one of the most sold consoles of all time.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the cheaper ones too.
Yeah, it's like that PS2 and DS, I think.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Anyways,
Anyways,
That's
Were we still on Animal Crossing?
yeah, we're still on Animal Crossing.
Yes, I'm happy that Nintendo play the game. I would be a lot more angry under other circumstances if I had not heard about all these other horror stories. Crunch, because admittedly Nintendo has been a bit slow with new output on the Switch that isn't ports.
That is true.
I'm
oh crap.
like I will be a lot more forgiving about this because there's been problems with game development lately in general. So
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
'Cause it's like, yeah, because a lot of companies nowadays are just rush it out. We'll finish it later with updates or something like that.
Yeah, I hate. that
comparatively, they're
element of
slow
it.
as molasses to get games out now. Like Queen.
Yeah, all I'm saying is developers need to like take more time to polish the games to make sure that they are ready because going back on Sword and Shield, a lot of people there was a lot of backlash over the national decks not being a part of it as well as not
Oh, yeah,
not every
that's-
Pokemon being in there, but because I mean because someone from Game Freak says that the Switch can't handle can't handle every Pokemon in the game, but and a lot of people have started making comparisons to lower budget games that that look better than Sword and Shield already does and seems to have way more detail in them, just as a way of saying you have no excuse.
I mean that's not comparable.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's less to do with the Switch itself and more so like just general manpower because like trying to like make HD models for all these like up to like what 800 something Pokemon.
There's almost
Really
1,000.
at this point.
There's really
Yeah.
1,000.
Like no one can get them all in at once. At some point, we're gonna have to stagger releasing.
But the
Yeah.
thing, from what I hear, they intentionally like upscale the models from the past games for future proof.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, because the models for the Let's Go games look like they came straight out of the 3DS.
Yeah.
They are.
Just improved, just like slightly improved.
Yeah.
Every Pokemon model in the game is an upscale 3DS model.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
My thing is that if there's nearly 1,000 Pokemon, at some point, have the resources to put all of them in a new generation at once. That's a lot of personal
Okay,
power to.
Yeah.
I'll give them that point because at this point it seems like that the fans are asking for way too much at this.
Yeah. Again, I think it's an issue of also
Yeah.
the console itself.
But anyways, going back to Animal Crossing, one of the other things that I wanted to talk about that has been Nintendo has mentioned throughout either like up through interviews or whatnot, is that like Rossetti is out of the job because of autosaving.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, either he's out of the job or he's decided to retire. We don't know.
Or he just died.
I think he
Oh,
I
God.
think he got a
Probably
redundancy check or something.
Although like I'm pretty sure that there may be an option to like to have manual saving back if you want to have if people want Rossetti back because Animal Crossing feels like it wouldn't be the same without him, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's like a big part of the series.
Yeah,
He-
as much as he talks on.
Yeah, as much as he talks on, you can't have Animal Crossing without Rossetti. You can't have it with because.
No, I say add him in as an Easter egg, and then if you find him, he talks about how he had to quit his job because of modern advancements in technology making him redundant.
Yeah.
Because that would be an incredibly Animal Crossing thing to do.
That would honestly, you're not wrong. That is in character for him. He breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Smash Bros. It's tricky.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised they never brought him back.
yeah,
Well,
they.
to be fair, with a Nintendo, it's redundant.
True. True, but
I guess, but he had a specific character that the
the other assist trophies didn't.
the Nintendo is a similar idea, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Plus I just find it funny that like his text box covers up nearly half the screen, so you can't really see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think people thought, it's just annoying, fuck it.
Well, that's the point of a lot of assist trophies, though.
Yeah, they can either help
But
you or
they
hurt.
don't assist.
Some of them.
There's a lot that still don't. Like the worst is still like Nightmare.
Starfy. I feel like Starfy is more situational.
Well, I'm just talking about ones that just
Oh, ones that
block
don't.
your block your
Yeah, ones that
progress.
ones that don't really do anything.
Yeah. So I hate the Nightmare one because I can't see anything.
Yeah. And I don't like the devil because he just moves the camera. And
Yeah.
honestly, like the same thing. I feel like the same thing applies for like Squid Sisters since they just move the camera in. I like the Squid Sisters as characters, just not as an assist.
Well, the point of the Squid is to tighten the blast zone and make it.
Yeah,
It's
it's sudden
it's
death,
sudden death in regular mode.
essentially.
Yeah,
Although-
it's for only a short time. It's sort of like, it kind of reminds me, one of the scariest attacks that Master and Crazy Hand could do is that one where they just shorten the blast zone.
Oh yeah, that actually is that one actually is one of the worst things they could do.
Ultimate is like we're going completely off track now. But Ultimate is like one of the few times when I've actually felt threatened fighting against the hands because they actually put up a decent fight in that game.
Yeah.
Right.
And speaking of Smash Bros, since I feel like we're done talking about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I think we said enough about Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
There's not much
Is there anything? Well, are there any other games worth forgetting about?
Oh,
I
we
don't
could talk
know,
about the Zelda sequel.
Oh, that's last.
Do we want to do
Okay.
that? Do you want to do that or?
Well, I
Smash
mean,
first,
we
'cause-
might as well at least end.
Didn't we already do Smash?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
but we're gonna do it
yeah.
again.
Well, they started with one and then they nearly.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I nearly ended with one.
Did anyone discuss Astral Chain or Daemon X Machina yet?
Oh
right.
crap! Okay,
I forgot to
Damn it.
say anything.
I was gonna say, like, okay, yeah, the Astral Chain looks like really good. I saw this
That's
post.
a lot in this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a post on Twitter, I think, where it's just like, there are going to be multiple types of cats in this game, and my reaction is just like 10 out of 10.
Really? You'd rate it that low?
Okay, 1,000 out of 10.
Still.
Still rate that low?
Dude, there's cats in the game. It's not just the one generic black cat that shows up that one time you pet it because you pressed A next to it. No, there's multiple cats in the game.
Like, this is good. Like,
Like infinity times pi out of 10. Because
it would just like be me like it's like if I whenever I do Twilight Princess just be like part 80 and it's just still me playing with the cats in Hyrule Town or whatever. Oh god. Yeah, Astral Chain looks pretty good. I like the idea of like what was it? You have like the monsters as pets basically, and they do different things. Like it looks like there's more to the game, in terms of just going through the environment than like what's typical for Platinum games, because they're generally just crazy action brawlers or whatever, or like character action games, which is like a term people like to call these kinds of games. And I don't know, it looks good.
I was half expecting Mario to be in a chair to turn around to face the officers. Like, that was.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. What were we talking about again?
Astral Chain.
Oh, right. That's what I said. I was waiting for Mario or something like that in there. But I saw that too.
Oh god.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trailer featured the two-player characters being addressed by their superior, who was sitting in a chair, but they didn't see the chair turned around to reveal an old man with a mustache, and I was like, this should have been Mario in the chair.
No, clearly it should have been Eggman.
I thought I told you to take him out. Bitch.
Ah!
Do I have to get the Hitman now?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah. It's a little bit of a shame still no Bayonetta 3, but I feel like that's probably gonna be next year.
Probably. But I mean, like, it's definitely. You gotta remember that, like, crap. What I'm trying to say is, like, it kind of sucks that, like, when you remember that they mentioned Bayonetta 3 in like their last direct, and then E3 is like, lol, what the fuck is a Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bayo.
Yeah. But like,
I know a guy called Beowulf who talks too much about Warhammer.
yeah, I feel like this year they're promoting their new IP, and then next year will be Bayonetta.
Yeah, probably. Or in a later direct.
Maybe.
That's possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to just promote this new Astral Chain as much as possible, because now, especially nowadays, you kind of have to put a lot more work in to sell new IPs.
Right.
That's all I had to say about it, really. What was the other game, Scrappy?
Daemon Ex Machina.
I have nothing to say about it.
Almost.
I have nothing to say about this.
Same.
Neither do I.
Yeah, neither do I.
I'll play it, but it's definitely a game.
Yeah.
See, I feel that about a lot of games. But then there's always that one game that isn't.
I don't know, man. I just love this like video. It's just like, this game is less of a game than it is a game, which means it's probably a game.
What he's saying is that Daemon X Machina is a walking simulator.
All I'm saying is plumbers don't wear ties was amazing.
Mario used to be a plumber, and he wears a tie when he's Dr. Mario. Checkmate.
Got him.
Tired. Let's talk about
Except
something
the
else.
problem is it was just a guy with a plunger in his underwear and a tie.
Get it.
I'm talking about a really bad game for the fucking 3DO.
We know what it is.
Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah, we've watched it. We've all watched AVGN.
But did you
Yeah.
watch a full playthrough of the game?
Do we really need to?
No.
Yeah, do you really? So then we've seen the game, basically.
Oh, you've seen the game, but have you seen
ABG.
Really
Moving on, please.
Yes, we
Can-
can
can-
move on. Can someone move on?
Can we
Smash
just
Brothers.
You're the one who brought it up.
I brought it up, but I was hoping someone would just be like, moving on. I can't move on. I haven't seen Nintendo. I'm only here because I have to be here at the moment.
And in all fairness, this is a bear derailing talking about Nessa. So, Smash Brothers, Banjo. What do we all think?
Yes.
I cried.
K-Dot.
I-
Go.
Oh my goodness. I
Everyone on the West
I-
cried.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that this is actually happening, dude. Like, oh my god. I'm just so. It's not even just the fact that Banjo's in Smash. It's the fact that Banjo Kazooie are relevant in today's like
Are they
gaming.
Not really.
No,
Well,
I mean in the sense that people are thinking about them again. Like, it feels so good to see them around again, and I hope that this results in, I don't know, Switch port, a HD remake, or a new game or something. Like, I hope that we get something from this, and the fact that Banjo's in Smash is like, oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Like,
I'm
I know what to say. Those eyes are creeping me out.
I came back what I missed.
We're talking about Banjo now.
Smash.
Oh yeah. Ah!
All I can
Go.
say is it happened. You
Oh.
guys are probably looking too deep into it. I mean,
dude, you have no idea how much this means.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
really?
this is
No?
huge.
Nope.
I mean,
Man.
using analogies, I can understand what it could mean for you, but at the same time,
Well, you never Banjo doesn't mean anything to you, so that's not this.
yes, but I understand that Crash Bandicoot should mean the same to me that Banjo does mean to you. But
Here's the
It
thing with that
doesn't.
though. That's the thing with you. Here's the thing with that, Jory. Crash has had a new game a couple years ago, and it's getting a new game like in a few days.
yeah.
This
Banjo-
Friday.
Banjo
Ban-
hasn't been in anything in years.
Banjo's been irrelevant for like over 10 years, so there's
Yeah.
like
The last thing he
but
had.
it was
not
also a small game.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It really was.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, please shut up before you say something dumb.
I mean, I feel like I
Sorry.
already have, but I'm adamant on the fact that Banjo Kazooie is a small game series.
No, it's not.
I mean, overall, yes. Sales-wise, yes. Like, but that's what happens in like 5 games.
Exactly what I mean.
Popularity-wise or like impact-wise, definitely not.
Impact-wise, no.
Impact-wise,
'cause
God no. No, I wouldn't be
That's the
stupid
point.
enough to say
That's
that.
the point.
Joey, that's the point.
Like, this is like, as far as I recall, this Banjo and Kazooie are like really the only N64 era characters we have in Smash now. And
They're
it's,
the long lost cousins of DK.
yeah,
Yep.
and it feels really good to have a character or characters that represent that era, because there's really no other character that
Came
represents.
They're one of the defining like things for 3D collectathons.
Not even just that era for Nintendo in general. Like, when you think
Villager.
Nintendo's
By technicality.
Villager, no.
Yes, for Japan, Animal Crossing started on Nintendo 64.
I guess, but when you think Nintendo 64, you don't. That's not really what you think of.
Because we didn't get it until the GameCube, but I mean, facts are facts. Like, probably the only true Nintendo 64 reps aside from Villager, because the others are Wolf, who technically supposed to show up on Super NES and would have if Starbucks had properly released.
I mean,
Or
there's
variants.
also that, and there's also the fact that Rareware itself was like a massive part of Nintendo during that
Yeah.
era.
And it should have
and-
stayed there, and then Banjo Kazooie 3 would have happened, and then it would have reached level of popularity and impact on on society as a whole that it had on you, but didn't have on everyone else.
That's not that. That's not really. That wasn't really the point. Though. The thing is that. Okay, Rare was a massive part of defining the N64, and
Yeah.
they actually the fact that they have one of the original characters in Smash is a big deal in just that respect, because if you take away Rare itself, that takes a lot of the N64's legacy, and just having a character that that defines the N64 the most is just really special to a lot of people, including me, because like
It was your
that's
childhood for the most part.
well, not even just me, but a lot of people. It's a big deal to a lot of people.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean,
saying it's not a big deal to a lot of people, I'm just saying that it's a lot smaller than you make it out to be.
Well, I'm not saying it's like the biggest thing ever. I'm just saying
no
like
one in this room is saying
so I don't know why you're
The argument then.
I don't know what your argument is then. I'm just saying that it just feels good to have these guys around again, and that it feels good to
Yeah, especially since the last thing they were in, that's not counting the Rare Replays, thing is just being a cameo character in the Xbox version of Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing.
yeah.
That was beautiful.
That's not really the prestige that it should be, because then the character from the Yogscast ended up in there, so oof.
That's,
Well,
that's the
That was
later
in
game.
Transformed.
That was
yeah, that was a sequel.
Well, that just shows you how much Rare fell after the Microsoft purchase.
Rare
Banjo started in
died.
a racing.
Rare
Banjo
fucking
started in a racing.
shriveled up and died, and they barely recovered even today. Sea of
I
Thieves
mean, you're not
did not.
wrong. You're not wrong.
In fact, Rare should have. Actually, instead of Sea of Thieves, Rare should have put their development time and money into a new Banjo game.
Well, I'm not who knows if that's necessarily their call.
I don't. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know if I even trust Rare nowadays, because like, none of the people from.
Well, yeah,
People
no, it is none of the
made
original
Banjo made
people.
ukulele, so it's not really a fair comparison.
Well, a good percentage of the staff anyway.
They
Well, I was gonna
said
Huh?
Owen and Mission did not want to do any old IPs at the time, so that's their call, and I respect that.
Well, it's not even just that, but like, I don't know if I trust modern Rare and like nowadays, because none of the probably a couple maybe, but like barely any of the old stuff are there, so I don't know how they'd even tackle a new Banjo game. So I feel like it would
At
be
this
the
point,
best.
they've either retired or they've moved into other companies. Actually, wasn't there a company made specifically from Rare Old Guys?
Platonic.
Platonic.
I thought
Yeah.
they made ukulele.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I feel
Well,
like
debatably, even the old guys don't know how to make banjo anymore.
I mean, I'd argue that personally.
Okay, that's an argument for another
That's
time,
another
I think.
day.
But like, I feel like Banjo should be just taken by a company that knows how to do stuff like that.
Like
Double
Nintendo.
fine.
For example, I think Nintendo should give the rights to F-Zero to Sega.
Yeah, because of GX.
Yeah,
and
has
stuff.
other
Yeah,
IPs that
I'd
you
say
can
give
revive.
F-Zero to Sega.
Because they'll at least do something with it.
Yeah.
You can revive like literally any of the other IPs they own first.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that they've given other Rare IPs to other companies, and they seem to have done decently well so far. So hopefully, if they can do the same with Banjo and get a good team, hopefully that'll go well.
There's a video like basically saying why Banjo being a big deal.
I've seen that
happy-
in my recommended.
I think it's important for Banjo to be here because representing Nintendo's partnership with Rareware.
I just don't know who
Wait,
exactly
hold it,
did
hold it, hold
vote
it,
for
hold it.
Banjo. Was it another poll like it was for Bayonetta?
No,
No.
no.
No, this is what Banjo. No, this has to be part of the deal with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the. Yeah.
I think more
Was it
importantly,
this video, by the way? I'm here. Was it this video, by the way?
I'll check in a minute.
Alright.
I think in some respects, what's more important for Banjo and Kazooie's inclusion in Ultimate is that competitor company to get a character finally broken the non-Japanese guest barrier.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the same video itself, but I've seen something similar to
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Also, one part, another big thing about the Banjo thing is compare this to the Hero. We got a Western. We got a Western representative.
Yeah, that's also one
Yeah.
one of the big things that we actually this is the first the first like full-on series that's for Western from the
Yeah.
Western company.
Right.
Yeah, Banjo was the
we've-
first fully Western character in Smash.
Cause like we do have like
I mean,
Diddy
technically he's an English character in Smash.
or
We do have Diddy Kong, but he's part of
British.
but he's
Not
mixed in
British
with
because Rare was based specifically in England. Britain means that it was based in at least one other than just England, including Scotland, Wales, or any
Right.
part of that.
Point is though, Banjo-Kazooie is the first like franchise that's fully Western,
Yes.
which is a pretty big deal, all things considered.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that the first fully non-Japanese owned and mostly non-Japanese created IP to get a character in Smash Bros. Is something that's dormant. Like there's some irony in that. Like Japan gets to have active IPs represented for guests, but
Yeah, but I mean, like that reminds me. Like I've seen a video where Japanese streamers were reacting to Banjo. They're actually really happy just that he's in.
I mean, yeah, that's Banjo.
But the
The first games.
But the reaction was probably about as equal as we were to the Hero, right?
Oh,
No,
it's
that-
actually more positive.
Yeah, I was positive. Like the reaction, Japan's reaction to Banjo was just as big as ours was for Banjo.
Yeah, and probably the other way around as well. Their reaction to Hero was probably phenomenal. Was probably really big.
Yeah, it was.
It just
'Cause
shows
I-
how more grateful the eastern part of the section is compared to the west.
Yeah, because like,
Yeah.
cause, like they
Yeah.
We're pale faced.
because they
Yes,
were really happy that Dragon Quest was there.
Yeah,
That
like-
in Japan just has more affinity for the old Banjo games than most of the West has for Dragon Quest. That's just
Well, it's also the
did
fact
better
that
than most.
it's also
Dragon
the fact.
Quest never got the chance to get big. Final Fantasy stole its thunder, which is ironic considering they're both in the same company.
That's probably it, Joey. To be honest, yeah.
Because I know me and my brother did actually have a history with Dragon Quest. And
Yeah.
we're the exception to the rule.
I was, I was not completely fair. I downplayed Dragon Quest. There are several games that have actually broken the million copy barrier outside Japan.
Yeah, and it does feel like
Having seen-
Nintendo are like Square and like I feel it does feel like they're trying their best to bring it to the West.
Nintendo bundled the original Dragon Quest game with Nintendo Power magazine back in the 80s. Like, they have tried to make Dragon Quest a thing here for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Dragon Quest 6 and 9 were really popular. And Sonic Generations just crashed.
nice.
I'm just that good, I crashed the game. Or the game was like, nah, can't be arsed with this idiot anymore.
Yeah, 8 and 9 were pretty popular, at least in my country.
The Switch game is 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
try. I want to. I'm interested in trying that one because
Sorry,
apparently
I-
that
I-
one's really
sorry,
good.
I'm looking at one of your,
Dragon
I'm looking at
Quest
one of your
has a
reaction videos.
Hmm.
Dragon Quest has a fandom here, it's just as big as
No.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
you think people getting hissy about anime swordsman did kind of color their perception of the character there to a point, but
Sorry, I'm looking at Tom Fox's reaction to the Bandit reveal.
Yeah.
like I do welcome Banjo.
Yeah.
I do welcome Banjo and Kazooie for
I'm glad he's back.
Yeah,
I do
that's
welcome
my.
oh my gosh. Welcome the bear and the bird because they will probably be the only non-humans in the whole pass.
That'd be some shit.
Yeah.
How it's happening.
I'm looking
Mewtwo
at
was the only non-human last time around.
No, I'm
Yeah.
calling it Gooigi. It's
What,
gonna be the
DLC?
next character.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, he's gonna be an Echo Fighter.
What are you talking? Wait, what are you talking about? Arsene is not human.
That is
That's
true.
the character. That's the character, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. Arsene is the character slot. They just give Joker the billing rights.
I mean,
Yeah.
either way we look at
They
it,
gave Joker the billing
Shrek
rights
for Smash.
and a way to balance Arsene.
Pretty much. Joker is just there to balance Arsene because Arsene is overpowered.
We're saying Joey.
I was just saying Shrek for Smash.
God.
But he's already there. You can have V fighters.
Yeah, that way we can actually play as Arsene.
Exactly. And Morgana.
And the best character, Vincent.
Exactly.
Did we talk about Fire Emblem at all?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Well, that's more. Oh yeah, we completely skipped over Free Houses, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
All right. Yeah, that's
I
right.
brought it up, but nobody said anything.
Well, that's
I
because
don't think anyone has any. I don't have anything to say for Fire Emblem.
Thank
we were
Get
talking
ready in
about
for
other
5
things.
minutes because she can talk about it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a Fire Emblem fan, but it's just like I don't know. Something about this one didn't completely click with me when I first saw the reveal.
I've had good.
I mean, I'll
Mm.
probably have a better reaction to when I actually play it though.
Yeah, because some of the people I talked to have said that it left a pretty good impression on them so far. So I don't know.
Oh
And that
shit,
is
it's
coming
nearly
soon.
1 in the morning. I've probably been paid by now.
Hi, Maddie.
Oh, Maddie.
You're a little late to the party.
Yeah, we're kind of almost done.
We're almost done.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't even know this was happening. Honestly.
That's fair.
No, that's fair, that's
We
fair.
just got the band. We just got the band. Oh, actually no, Maddie, perfect timing because we were about to talk about Three Houses.
We skipped over that one.
You needed the other Fire Emblem aficionado in. So here I am.
Yeah, you seem to be showing more of a general interest than I am. So what do you think?
Yeah, but I've been paid.
Well,
Like
I'm,
when the E3 footage, rather.
yeah, from what I've seen and from what I've seen circling around the internet, I'm actually very excited. After the letdown that was Fates, rip Fates. I still love you, but you were pretty bad. I love you, but you're bad. I'm legitimately very excited because one, it's doing the 3 routes things like Fates did, but instead of making it like a buy 3 of them thing, they're probably gonna put it all in one cartridge, which I'm excited for.
Probably gonna be a focus story. It's probably gonna be one focus story, which is probably like the best.
I need to go.
Yes.
sleep.
I like the idea that the whole teacher aspect sounds hilarious to me. But I'm also very excited about that because I'm like, me, a teacher, okay. So that's
All right, kids,
it's
sit down,
new.
listen up. Today I'm gonna teach you about stabbing a bitch.
Yeah. Let's try and be quick about these last few things because I don't want Joey to stay up too long.
My sleeping
Yeah,
pattern's
I'm
a little
just-
fucked at the moment. I need to go to sleep.
I
Okay,
will be
so-
as quick as I can. From what I've seen, I'm very excited. I don't really like the way, that's just in my personal opinion, where they're going with the whole everything is voice acted thing, but it's a change, and if they're going to do it again, that's totally fine by them. I will live with it. So I'm excited for what I've seen. I'm going to be very happy if it's going to be handled better than Fates, which it looks like it is, because I don't think it's being done by the same team.
Oh, okay.
And I hope it sells well. And as I'm gonna say, if no one's played a Fire Emblem game before, maybe this will be a good one to pick up. So if you're
Yeah,
interested,
I'm definitely curious about it. I guess just quickly like the last things like the Breath of the Wild 2 thing. Interesting that they said that this is supposed to apparently going to be darker than Majora's Mask. I think we'll be the judges of that when it actually comes out. But in terms of
Because that's a
actual,
bold claim.
yeah, because
Ew,
dark could mean
that's a really bold claim.
because dark could mean literally anything. So yeah, in terms of like actual game, it was literally just a cutscene, so we know nothing about how the game is actually gonna what the game's actually gonna be like. I hope dungeons actually in this game are not divine beasts, because that was like one of the few things I was missing in Breath of the Wild. And yeah, I just hopefully it's good. Talk more when we actually see gameplay, I guess.
Look forward to playing it in 5 years. It's very good. I don't know why Nintendo stopped to reveal it so quickly, because it's going to be a while because Zelda.
Well, here's the thing with that. The thing is that they're using the same engine as Breath of the Wild, and the engine in that game took years to build, apparently. So it's not going to take nearly as long for this to come out, I feel.
I
But
do not trust Nintendo after Breath of the Wild. Like, I
feel like this will be a Majora's Mask situation. Not as quick as that, but quicker than the usual time it takes for a new Zelda.
agree with you, but they showed this off as a power move. Like,
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
they showed it off pretty much just to flex on everyone else.
That's true, but at least they actually got to show something, unlike Metroid Prime 4 when it was just a logo. So they at least have
Harry,
some.
stop taunting me.
I was just like they at least have
Bring it back.
some. They at least have some of the game done.
yeah, that trailer scared the everything crap out of me. Like, that is like,
Did it really?
yeah, the
Spooks.
point. Like, dry Ganondorf, and now everyone is making porn of the Ganondorf. Like, I need to we need to have a talk, Nintendo fans.
It's the internet. What do you expect?
Anything, but still.
You, Scrappy. I wanna
Still
introduce you to
good.
something called the internet. I know it's brand new to you, but
God.
Don't have
I'm
to
like,
picture
like
that
the
that
kid and
much
Malcolm in the
dick.
middle. I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
Oh man.
I didn't know what I expected, but I was disappointed.
Anyways,
what I expected, porn. What I got, porn.
anyways,
That's the internet in a nutshell.
anyways, that's basically it though. It feels good to be like in a hype cycle for a new Zelda game, because it was a fun time for Breath of the Wild. As painful
Alright.
as painful as it was to wait for the game, it was a fun time to speculate and like look at all the stuff. Look at like
I really
all
can't say
this
anything about
different
Breath of the
things.
Wild because I haven't played it yet. Because we don't.
Well, except you have except you have a crush on a fish.
Well, my point
Yes,
is, the point I was trying to make though is that the period of time like before the game came out was again as painful as it was to wait for it. It was also just a fun time to just speculate and like just like see all the different things and all that. And it's fun. It feels
Did
it's
you know
fun
if
to
you
be in-
actually do all the rune trials, then you get the official Link armor, and it's the best
Yeah.
armor in the game.
Yeah. I knew about
Did
that.
anyone
but, like,
do
I
it?
knew about that. I haven't gotten it though.
No, I haven't done all
Something
this.
to do with
That's probably
doing
my
over
own problem why I
500
can't
rune
finish Breath of the Wild,
trials.
because I'm so dedicated to trying to beat all the shrines.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
appreciate
I
the
never
new.
tried. I only did enough to get enough hearts so I could get the Master Sword.
Yeah, I've done that.
I appreciate all the new art with short-haired Zelda. So thank you, fan artists.
Yeah, that is good.
Fan artists.
It would be cool if like this game. I don't know if they do that, but it would be cool if they made this game co-op where someone else plays as Zelda or something. Because like the idea of like this Link and Zelda working together as a team just sounds really cool to me. We'll see.
I hope so, but I'm not expecting it.
No,
And see?
at the
Okay,
very
so are
least,
we
like,
finishing up now?
yeah, this,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
We've been
this
going
is the one.
on for 3 hours.
That's a
Alrighty.
normal podcast time.
It hasn't even been.
been
It
talking
hasn't even felt like
for
that. Like,
4 hours.
Yeah,
No,
we've been live for
just-
3 hours and 14 minutes.
okay.
Let's
The
wrap
lo-
it up.
Yeah, the last thing I have to say is I hope that Breath of the Wild 2 just has a better emphasis on story because I didn't like how it was all relegated to like the past events in the first game, and I hope that Zelda is like an ongoing companion throughout the game or
I hope
or
it's as
something like that.
breathtaking as
We
Keanu
could finally have a
Reeves.
Spirit Tracks too.
But basically, you're on the right track with that. Basically, yeah, more or less.
I hope they let the old. I hope that they actually let Zelda's actors from the other game come back and be given better direction because people seem to be playing about it, but I didn't play the game, but I wouldn't know. But I would like to see her get a second chance.
Yeah, I feel the Zelda actress suffered a bit from the dramatic scenes. Like, she didn't emote too well, I think. Anyways, though, that's basically what I've got. I'm excited. I think Nintendo won overall. E3 itself, E3
Yep.
itself was kind of mediocre as a whole.
There's no like winning in this E3 would have been the equivalent of getting a participation trophy.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I do think Nintendo and Square, for the record, I think they both did a decent enough job for what it's worth.
They
Wouldn't
definitely
spoons for
won. They're
everyone.
definitely the winner and runner-up this year.
Yeah.
Yes, Nintendo is the runner-up and Square Enix is the winner. We all agree on this. Close the stream.
Good.
I can't tell.
Joey.
Sometimes with Joey, I can't tell if he's just.
No, he's definitely trolling right now.
I know, but
I
don't
haven't seen
know.
Nintendo, so I can't actually say anything. But at the same time, until I do, Square won E3.
I just hope that
And
I
even
just
when
can't.
I do, there's still a chance that Square won E3.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I
awesome.
just
You're not exactly like the Nintendo fanboy that we are, right?
yeah. Like
I had no idea.
I would I just want the companies to do like just more so do a short direct kind of approach nowadays because it's like Microsoft ones especially like just exhausted me. Like I don't care to watch these 2 hour long conferences anymore. Ugh.
E3 used to be good.
It's just exhausting nowadays is my issue.
It's all about the.
I think we're just getting old. We can't handle it anymore.
It's all about shareholders. You know, I hope you know that, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
always been
that's
about
what it always been.
shareholders.
Yep, it's always been.
Yeah.
The game was
It's
rigged
not,
from
yeah,
the very
it can't
start.
just be about pleasing the crowd. It has to be about pleasing the ones who are paying them.
Yeah, yeah. Either way though,
Whatever.
I think that should be it because it's been going on for quite a bit and Joey needs sleep.
I have a job.
Anyways,
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting paid enough.
anyways,
Yeah, neither am I.
you guys want
I
close
get like
up then?
£100 a week, not even. So.
Yeah, anyways, you guys want to
Thoughts?
close up?
Buy Nitro Fueled. Okay, thank you and good night.
Bye. Subscribe to Basic Productions when it exists, not the one that currently exists because that's a dead FIFA unboxing channel. I scouted the name after I had half of my content made, but yes.
Then good call, everyone. Thanks for joining, Maddie.
Best conversation we've
Yeah.
had for a while.
Thank you for listening
Yeah.
to my TED Talk.
That was definitely interesting.
That was a thing. I was only
Just
here for like an
disappear.
hour.
I promise to continue to have my fundamentally wrong opinion on Banjo-Kazooie. Alright, I'm gonna stop the
Alright.
stream now. Yep, goodbye.